Maivia wrestling dynasty. I don't think there's anybody more responsible for what's going on now than the High Chief himself.
Peter Maivia isn't simply one of the two principals behind the Sacred Blood Bond. He's also an incredibly decorated professional wrestler who traveled the world and won titles everywhere he went. New Zealand, Japan, Europe, and here in the United States, where he enjoyed especially successful runs in Hawaii and California. Maivia would eventually find his way to WWE, engaging in legendary battles with the likes of superstar Billy Graham. His larger-than-life personality would win the WWE Universe over in short order, as it had throughout his entire career. In the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia was a potent blend of brawn and grappling technique, often muscling his opponents down to the mat through a variety of joint locks and then switching to more painful holds once grounded. His sleeper hold and stump puller were both feared and renowned, and make no mistake about it, Maivia knew there was always more than one path to the ultimate victory. Out of the ring, High Chief Peter Maivia also ran one of the most successful wrestling promotions on the planet, Polynesian Pro Wrestling, based out of Hawaii, showing his mastery of the business in every aspect. His induction into WWE's Hall of Fame class of 2008 was supremely deserved, forever enshrining Peter Maivia as the legend he always was. And now, we present to you the opportunity to walk in the boots of the legendary High Chief Peter Maivia, facing off against one of the most legendary WWE rivals, George the Animal Steele. You will settle this score once and forever and showcase the overwhelming strength of Peter Maivia, which has ever since remained as a hallmark for every single solitary member of this bloodline. Steele is no easy battle, though. He thrives in the chaos, one of pro wrestling's true madmen. He'll even try to eat part of the ring if he thinks it'll help him break you down. So do your best and honor High Chief Peter Maivia properly with a resounding victory.
Uh-oh, somebody called the local zoo.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a steel cage match. Introducing first, from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 275 pounds, George the Animal Steele.
I'm not even sure the cage can contain this man.
And strolling down the aisle, the opponent of George Steele, Peter Maivia.
Always a chaotic matchup.
His opponent from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 275 pounds, High Chief Peter Maivia.
Steele had better keep an eye on Maivia, because Maivia is a true brawler. Few men can handle the chaos of the animal inside a steel cage, but I believe the High Chief is ready.
Maivia carrying such pride into the ring.
Very stark contrast to Steele. We'll see which prevails tonight.
Steel cage match underway. Peter Maivia versus George the Animal Steele. Most of the matches between Peter Maivia and George Steele have ended inconclusively, but this time we'll have a winner.
These are two very different men, Cole. The High Chief is a man of great pride and respect for the ring, while Steele is, well, he's an animal. I can't think of two opponents with more opposing styles.
You said it, Corey. Let's just hope this one gets taken care of in the ring tonight.
Running power slam!
Peter Maivia very tough, but he also has movie star good look.
Yeah. What's up?
Yeah, I got so frustrated just 2 seconds ago.
Why?
I don't care about stuff. And,
You said what?
hear about
Oh.
and I didn't know I couldn't get the paperwork to work. So I'm sitting back there like almost in tears trying to get this done. It has to be done by 8 o'clock. I'm back there for like an hour and like God knows how, like almost 2 hours trying to get trying to get it all done, you know, and it's just like, are you serious right now? I don't even have my bread done, my front line done, and I'm just like freaking out.
Oh.
Then I called my boss. I was like, can you please, like, FaceTime me or something and help me with this paperwork? Just said it right there. Thank you so much. So, I'm like, delivery. So, like, freaking out earlier, like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? Ugh. It's a lot, like the paperwork, a lot. There's tons of paperwork.
Well, alright. I'm just cleaning up and stuff. Taking breaks here and there. I'm just cleaning up.
Okay, well, when I get home, I'm going to do that, take them bins and do my stuff on the side there, so.
Alright.
I was going to do it last night, but I was just tired from working that double the night before. And then all them interviews. Today I only have a couple interviews in the afternoon, so.
Alright, I'll call you later.
Alright, I love you.
Love you too, bye.
Quite the combo. And it served him well, Michael. In fact, the High Chief has major acting and stunt work credits to his name. And who knows? Maybe we'll see the Maivia name on Hollywood billboards again sometime.
Well, before any of that happens, the High Chief needs to survive this war against the animal.
Why? Why?
Never forget, the goal is to win by any means necessary.
Oh, stomping away. Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Oh, not to the belly.
Watching, waiting, and we know exactly what he's thinking.
Mistake made by Steele. The High Chief Peter Maivia really making a name for himself at WWE, but he's had plenty of experience on the way up.
Plenty of championships on the West Coast, but he's made the biggest splash in Hawaii, where he earned multiple tag team titles.
Oh, yeah, Maivia is a huge celebrity on the islands. In fact, I've heard some consider him the personification of Maui.
Oh, they're not going to bite the hand. Oh, my God, they are.
Oh, my God.
Here he goes for the win. And he gets his shoulder up before the count.
Could be in search of a second win now.
Cutting off the offense with a nasty chop block.
Look at this heel hook. This is how you punish your opponent, and he's enjoying every minute of it. Gentlemen, we've touched on the differences between Maivia and Steele as competitors. One man based on order, the other on chaos, but it's reflected in their looks, too.
Indeed, Michael. Just look at the sculpted physique of the High Chief. And the tribal tattoos on his body are extremely intricate and definitely eye-catching.
And Steel is, well, he's an ugly creep.
Watch out.
Single leg takedown. Stepping through into a step over toe hold.
Is this one over? Is a tap out coming? And yes, he's able to get out of this dire situation.
Going right after the arm and taking down their opponent effectively. Punish.
Pin attack. Here it is.
Oh my, how in the world did he kick out of that?
I think this match still has a weight.
And look at this now. Bad intentions coming with this hold. The arm is locked in. This is sending a painful message.
Now it's a matter of time. Will the hold be...
Tap out. There it is.
Steel cage match underway. Peter Maivia versus George the Animal Steel. Most of the matches between Peter Maivia. High Chief Peter Maivia taking on George the Animal Steel in a steel cage match. Quite a heated history between these two guys.
Yeah, Michael, and I think it's because Maivia is one of the few superstars brave enough to take on the Animal. Most of their contests have ended in countouts or disqualifications. Thanks to the cage, we'll get a decisive victory in this one.
Well, that really depends on if a cage can even contain them. That unraveled on George. The High Chief Peter Maivia really making a name for himself in WWE, but he's had plenty of experience on the way up.
Plenty of championships on the West Coast, but he's made the biggest splash in Hawaii, where he earned multiple tag team titles.
Oh, yeah, Maivia is a huge celebrity on the islands. In fact, I've heard some consider him the personification of Maui.
Ooh! That kick will stop you in your tracks.
Timed his defense perfectly. Slam! What impact!
The High Chief just refusing to be intimidated.
The Animal has no idea what to make of Maivia.
That was a hell of a maneuver there, guys.
Narrowly escaping there.
Boom! Running STO plants him.
Nicely done.
George Animal Steel is not a wrestler by any stretch of the imagination, guys. He's a true brawler.
And he might be the best brawler in WWE, Michael. There is no shortage of fight.
Shoulder down.
Can he recover?
Quick shoulder up.
I didn't think this match was close to over.
The adrenaline is pumping, and the WWE Universe is on his side.
Two very opposing styles in every sense of the word, Corey. High Chief Maivia is a much more physically gifted and talented athlete in the ring than Steel. What's it going to take for the Animal to get the upper hand here?
Well, he's got to be even more chaotic than ever inside this cage. Nothing about Steel makes sense to someone as traditional as Maivia. There's never any telling what the Animal's going to do in a match, and he needs to keep it that way.
When a man like Peter Maivia signs up for a match with the Animal, he doesn't know what to expect, just to expect anything in the world.
Peter Maivia knows full well that he's in for some unusual treatment tonight. In fact, Steel often has trouble finding opponents due to his erratic nature.
But when it comes to competition, the High Chief wants to prove he's worthy of that name. Peter Maivia will take on any competitor, no matter the difficulty.
And Steel fending him off. He could be looking for a submission here. Hammerlock applied.
The arm able to punch his way out.
Just a ruthless streak for the world to see. Some folks call Peter Maivia the Flying Hawaiian, and the reasons are obvious for that moniker. But guys, how has he earned the other nickname of the High Chief?
Well, Cole, Peter Maivia is very close to the Anawa'i family. In fact, Peter's considered a blood brother to the patriarch of that clan.
When you add on the fact that Maivia was born and raised in Samoa, you can see the great pride he has for that land and its people in the tribal ink that covers his body.
Ouch. Ooh, great anticipation. makes them pay.
Ooh. No! The animal has to be elated to be in this steel cage against one of his biggest rivals, no less.
Diving leg drop. And right into the cover. Releasing the pin. He's adding insult to injury.
Boom, running STO plants him. Nice. Oh, and soon we could be seeing a submission here.
A stump puller.
Stretching and bending the leg like this. So painful.
Has to get out of this before.
And he has to tap. Had to do it or risk serious injury.
Here is your winner, High Chief Peter Maivia.
Anytime these two have faced off, it's been eye for an eye. But the steel cage has finally delivered a decisive victory for the High Chief, Peter Maivia.
George Steele is one tough animal, but the way Maivia faced him in the cage tonight just reinforced what everyone already knew, that the High Chief is one tough Samoan.
She's not like most girls. She's also not like most WWE superstars. Nia Jax, the reigning queen of the ring, is a reckoning, a force of nature that blitzes right through her competition. A cousin of The Rock. Nia Jax arrived in NXT almost 10 years ago with astronomical expectations. Undaunted, Nia Jax would dominate early opponents, finding herself competing for the NXT Women's Championship mere months after her debut. It did not take long for those running Raw and SmackDown to take notice.
Well, our next pick, Nia Jax.
And Nia Jax would join the Raw roster as part of the 2016 draft lottery. And since joining the main roster, absolutely no one has been safe from Nia Jax. She is a two-time women's champion. She is a two-time women's tag team champion. She competed in the men's Royal Rumble match in 2019, even getting an elimination while in the ring.
Nia Jax looking to eliminate. She does.
She battled standouts like Charlotte, Bayley, and Becky Lynch. And all the while, she has left undeniable destruction in her wake. In the ring, she applies many of the same tactics that once benefited Yokozuna, even using her own version of the Banzai drop, known as the Annihilator. And just like its namesake, if it connects, your night is over. And Nia Jax remains driven for even more success, jumping at any opportunity to prove her dominance. This last year, that included entering into the 2024 Queen of the Ring tournament after earning victories over Naomi, Jade Cargill, and Bianca Belair. Nia Jax would fight her way into the finals, taking on former NXT Women's Champion Lyra Valkyria. Valkyria built a lot of momentum, defeating Dakota Kai, Zoe Stark, and Io Sky to punch her ticket into the final at the Queen and King of the Ring. With an obvious game plan Lyra would look to stick and move, avoiding the colossal attacks of her opponent. Unfortunately, as often happens when competing against Nia Jax, Lyra made one miscalculation, and that error in judgment provided Nia Jax with the opening she needed to annihilate her competition. This is your opportunity to crown the first queen in Bloodline history. Make Lyra suffer. Make her regret ever entering your ring. Showcase the otherworldly power that forces an entire roster to cower in your presence. Because when you're an irresistible force like Nia Jax, resistance is futile.
And now a dark horse will face an unforgiving titan in hopes to don the crown. Lyra Valkyria versus Nia Jax in the Queen of the Ring Finals.
The following is the final match in the Queen of the Ring Tournament. Introducing first, from San Diego, California, Nia Jax.
I cannot wait to witness what unfolds here. The irresistible force has been on a tear recently.
And Nia believes the crowd already belongs to her. Will Jax's menacing presence and sheer power be too much for Valkyria to overcome? Or can Lyra write a happy ever after ending to her Cinderella story?
Lyra Valkyria fancies herself a Morgan, which is an Irish goddess of war. As they were on the battlefield, they used to take the shape of ravens to fly around and decide who would live and who would die. That is what Lyra Valkyria is bringing to the ring here tonight.
And her opponent, from Dublin, Ireland, Lyra Valkyria.
Lyra Valkyria may have read a little too much fantasy in her day, and now is reality. Lyra Valkyria is about to go toe-to-toe with a real-life, fire-breathing dragon in the form of Nia Jax. Nia Jax, who's in the best physical condition of her career, tonight will make someone. Will it be Lyra? Will it be Nia? We'll find out in a matter of moments.
And guys, you win the crown. Guess what waits for you in August?
A date with the champion of your respective brand at SummerSlam.
And it's all come down to this. And Nia now misses wildly. Lyra goes up over the top. Nia's got it caught, though.
Lyra trying to rely on her technique to bring down the irresistible force, but having no luck at the moment.
I'm not sure this is going to work either.
Jax just entirely too strong, but whoa!
That was interesting.
Oh, nice athleticism by Valkyria. Even Jax might be a little impressed.
I wouldn't go that far, Saxton. Here comes Nia, just imposing her will on Lyra Valkyria.
Again, Lyra showing how resourceful she is, applying the sleeper to Nia Jax. Lyra tried to hold on.
And now Nia Jax in control, and she's going to look to put Lyra away. Nobody home! Set outside the ring, and Valkyria's got a chance.
Huge window of opportunity. Right now for Lyra Valkyria to strike. Lyra may actually pull this off. Lyra may become queen. Lyra has... the advantage. She has Nia reeling.
But Lyra can't win Queen of the Ring with Jax on the outside. This match has to end in the ring.
And that definitely made solid impact.
Anything can happen in WWE. It used to be a tagline, but it's the truth. And Lyra Valkyria is living it.
Over the last 12 months, Lyra has already knocked off the likes of Becky Lynch and Io Sky, but she's never faced anyone the size of Jax. This is a first for her career. Oh, by the hair, whipped across the ring.
That ain't right.
I'll just leave it at this. Nobody comes into a match hoping to get chucked around like that. Oh, what a clothesline.
Boom! Ooh, what a nasty kick.
Oh.
Insulting.
Making a mockery of your opponent can eventually backfire. Taking things to the outside, but got to make sure to heed the official's count. Here she goes, sliding back into the ring. Confidence is always a key for Nia Jax. She comes in. Every match thinking she hasn't won.
But when you have this business in your blood like Nia does, that confidence is genetic.
But ever since the Irresistible Force returned to WWE 8 months ago, her confidence has been on another level.
And she's gaining even more confidence as this match progresses. Jax may just be unstoppable now.
Well, if you're Lyra Valkyria, what do you do to pull off a massive upset tonight?
Well, Lyra's a technical... wizard, Cole. In fact, from a technique perspective, she may actually have Nia Jax outgunned. And beyond relying on her technique, if I'm Lyra, I'm going to try to frustrate Nia. I don't know how possible that is, but if you frustrate Nia, she may make a crucial mistake. Just having their face stomped.
Jax with the... Irresistible offense.
And the Irresistible Force is really keeping Valkyria grounded here.
Oh, man! That looks like it hurts.
There's so many moves at Nia's disposal that she can end this match with. For Lyra, not nearly as much.
Yeah, I can't imagine it'll be easy for Valkyria. Pick up Nia Jax and drop her with the Nightwing.
Please, let's call them. Valkyria crushed in the corner by Jax.
Squashing Lyra in the corner, in the beginning of the end may be near. And Nia now, with Lyra on her back, going to climb up to the second rope.
This is a scary situation for Lyra. Oh, look at this. Maybe not.
No way. There's no way.
Oh, my.
Oh, no. Good night, Annihilator.
Here is your winner and the new Queen of the Ring, Nia Jax.
What a victory to the brand new Queen of the Ring.
Nia said she would do it, and she backed up her claims.
And now the Chief Content Officer of WWE and Triple H going to come in to congratulate Nia Jax and officially crown her the Queen of the Ring.
Absolute dominance by the new Queen.
I'm sure you will agree with your wise man. Many WWE superstars say they will do whatever it takes in order to achieve success. Quite often, it's a bunch of BS. But if you're lucky, you may run into someone who is willing to look out for the group. Someone willing to make sacrifices. And for this family, there was no one better than Rikishi. After the head shrinker's run in WWE came to an end, Rikishi, then known as Fatu, would go on a journey of self-discovery. This journey would lead to him taking on the name Rikishi, a subtle nod to his cousin Yokozuna, as well as an opportunity to start fresh with a global audience.
Well, my dad, you know, when he became the Rikishi character, when you think about Samoan wrestlers, right, or mean, or aggressive, he made it like his own flavor, right? You know, he had the blonde hair, still carried the aggressiveness, but I think he just wanted to add like a little flavor to it. But it became even more popular to our culture.
Rikishi blitzed WWE from the jump, devastating opponents with new tricks and winning people over with his fat-ass dance moves.
That Rikishi is fat, all right. P-H-A-T.
And with this wave of newfound momentum came even more success, with Rikishi capturing the WWE Intercontinental Championship and displaying incredible athleticism in iconic moments like when he dove off the top of the steel cage. The year 2000 belonged to Rikishi. But little did anyone know, Rikishi held a dark secret regarding a decision he'd made not for his own benefit, but for the benefit of the family. It was at the 1999 Survivor Series that Stone Cold Steve Austin was hit by a car in the arena parking lot, forcing him from the main event later that night for the WWE Championship. For nearly a year, all of WWE was consumed with figuring out who was driving that damn car and why Austin was targeted in the first place. The verdict came in. The car was driven by Rikishi. Rikishi would stand strong.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. I didn't do it for me. I did it for The Rock.
What?
Rikishi would lay out a years-long gripe that WWE preferred Steve Austin to The Rock, and so Rikishi had made sure that The Rock's only competition had been removed from the picture. Rikishi sacrificed his own popularity to reach this goal. The Rock thrived while Austin was on the shelf. For Rikishi, the struggle and fall was all worth it. Rikishi knew that he would eventually have to face off with the Texas Rattlesnake to answer for his sins. And he welcomed that meeting with open arms. What Rikishi was unprepared for was for WWE to stack the deck entirely, looking to make Rikishi pay for taking out their golden goose. Stone Cold Steve Austin was allowed to drive his truck directly to the ring and was generally given the freedom to do whatever the hell he wanted in the name of revenge. We are going to make things right. This time, when Rikishi and Stone Cold Steve Austin lock horns, there will be no stacking of the deck. Someone willing to give of himself so that his family, this family, can succeed, deserves better. So get in there and showcase the never say die spirit that has led this family to victory time and time and time and time and time and time again. Use whatever weapon you can get your hands on and prove to Stone Cold Steve Austin that you will do anything for the people.
Is it legal to not show up? Rikishi has brutalized Austin lately.
Austin will be here, Byron. I just refuse to think anything else.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is a no-holds-barred match. Introducing first, from the Isle of Samoa, weighing in at 424 pounds,
We have learned more about Rikishi in the last couple of weeks than we knew about him his entire career here in WWE. He said he ran over Austin not for himself, but for The Rock.
Right, and now he's coming out here, and I guess if Austin doesn't show up, the general manager is going to have to come out here and declare this is a forfeit, and Rikishi's going to win it. This man makes me sick. Is he here?
Well, there's the Rattlesnakes music.
He's here. Austin's here. Stone Cold Steve Austin came here with no fear, no hesitation, just revenge.
His opponent from Victoria, Texas, weighing in at 252 pounds, Stone Cold Steve Austin!
Austin fought for his life to make it back here, to make Rikishi pay.
Now there is no way Rikishi can escape the Texas Rattlesnake.
It's been almost a year since Austin competed in the ring. Austin is a man possessed. Rikishi feels good about running over Austin and said he'd do it again. That man is sick.
Well, Rikishi made two mistakes. One, trying to end Austin's life. And two, not being man enough to finish the job.
Austin's going to absolutely tee off on Rikishi.
This one is going to get ugly in a hurry.
We now know the sick, demented side of Rikishi. Rikishi almost cost Austin his life. Instead, he's here tonight to finish the job.
Listen, Rikishi has seen members of his family be skipped over while other superstars skyrocketed to unimaginable heights. Rikishi feels it's The Rock's time, not Austin's.
It's been a month of stunning revelations, all leading to the in-ring return of Stone Cold. We've talked so much about motives leading into this match. In my view, Rikishi's are delusional. His family have been given equal opportunities, and they all took full advantage of them.
Yeah, my blood boils at the propaganda Rikishi's been selling. But I'll tell you about the most legitimate motive in this story, and that is payback for Stone Cold. Austin nearly had his life taken from him, and there is no greater reason to stomp the tar out of somebody than that.
Austin gets stymied.
Oh, my goodness.
You have to imagine the disdain it takes to repeatedly stop someone like that.
Boom, running FTO plants him.
Nicely done.
Rikishi feeling like he has a job to finish tonight. A career in Stone Cold's to bring to an end. And looking at my monitor, it just makes me sick to my stomach watching Rikishi. This is a man who has no remorse and feels justified for running Austin down like a dog.
Look, to be devil's advocate, you've got to look at Rikishi's perspective. He's proud of this.
And he goes for the pin. Gets his shoulder up before the 2 count.
Not getting a 2 count at this point has to be frustrating.
Double axe handle. Oof. But it was being held back with each of those strikes. It knew what was coming there. Driven down. And then The Rock wants nothing to do with this altercation. We have to mention the sadness Rikishi has brought to him.
Rock might be innocent in this whole ordeal, but I feel that from the top.
And coming down with incredible force.
Power slam.
He avoids the contact.
Boom, running FTO. Plants him.
Nicely done.
Rikishi is picking the competition apart.
No one holding Rikishi's family down. Huge clothesline delivered.
Uh-oh. He had him on his heels, but not for long.
And Rikishi evades that.
Oh, God. If I just cannot see any legitimate reason to run over Stone Cold like Rikishi did last Survivor Series.
I mean, Austin does ruffle the feathers of a lot of people, Michael, but I don't think any of his rivals would go to the disgusting lengths that Rikishi's gone to. And that might be the momentum swing Rikishi needed.
Yeah, Rikishi's survival instincts are taking over.
Steered away there.
Running FTO plants him.
Nicely done.
Austin in a state of distress now.
Rikishi with an onslaught here against Austin. Dare I say, Stone Cold could be in trouble.
Dominating shoulder tackle. And his body is still the focus of the attack. Scooped up. Here it comes. Rikishi driver.
Rikishi got all of it.
Going straight to the top turnbuckle.
From the top.
And completely missed the mark.
That misstep could have cost them this match entirely.
A hard landing for sure. Ooh, DDT delivered.
Just a beat down. Uh-oh, he's searching for something.
Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, better.
Jeez, it's like they're beating a dead horse.
Sleeper hold cinched in deep.
Fading, fading.
Submission is in tight, but is this the smartest form of attack right now?
Victory is only possible in the ring. This is just about displaying your control in this match. And look at him tapping. He's had enough, but it doesn't even matter in this scenario.
Waiting for him to get back on his feet so he can strike.
There's press.
Here comes Austin.
There's press. And unloading with punches. Austin decompressing 10 months of frustration into the single most important ass whooping of his life. He's leaving the ring now. No countouts to worry about. And Rikishi with a counter. Oh, man, you felt that. Coming down over that shoulder. This is just turning into a savage display of violence. Come on, this has gone way too far. Just stop this already. Block.
There's a stiff shot with the shoulder.
Come on, stop this. Your point's made. No need to keep on doing this.
Denied via a wicked punch to the stomach.
He gets back into the ring.
Austin getting in his opponent's face. I don't think the censors would like the venom that's coming out of the rattlesnake's mouth right now.
Rikishi is picking the competition apart.
Yeah, Rikishi isn't giving any quarter.
Ooh, bang! He's heading to the top turnbuckle.
Taking flight.
All the way down to the floor.
What a spectacular misfire.
And that is why we say, don't try this at home, viewers, because of terrible miscalculations like that. Bringing the hockey stick into the mix, oh, you just know he wants to cross-check his opponent all across the arena.
Oh, my Lord. We can call that high sticking.
Oh, man. This is certainly an effective use of a foreign object.
Just wailing away with that weapon like this. This is getting damn dangerous.
We talk a lot about Austin being prepared for a fight. Talk about the rattlesnake preparing to make Rikishi a dead man. Well, right now it's Rikishi doing the brawling. Rikishi's disdain for Austin looks greater than even we anticipated. Down to opponent and a double axe handle smash.
Absolutely no telling what's underneath the ring tonight.
Run! He's got his hand still. And just in time, he gets out of there.
He counters with a great reversal.
Great awareness from Austin. Dominating shoulder tackle.
Austin and Rikishi trading heavy artillery on the outside, and here comes the rattlesnake.
Stone Cold Steve Austin fired up and revenge on his mind.
You got to think about how bad Austin has wanted this ever since Survivor Series last year. Been dying to get his hands on Rikishi.
All of that venom, all of the vitriol inside of Austin being unleashed on Rikishi right now.
Remember, this is no holds barred. Anything goes.
Austin has Rikishi down. The rattlesnake is red hot. And do you hear this capacity crowd? They want... more from Stone Cold. All that he wants to see Rikishi get beaten down like a pile of human filth. He goes back into the ring here. And this one might be headed ringside. The rattlesnake heads up high and slides back into the ring. Uh-oh. Oh, my God. Flying possum. Shoulders down. The rattlesnake bites again. Austin gets his payback.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout.
It's a miracle Austin survived being run over by Rikishi. Now a pissed off Texas Rattlesnake is on the loose and out for revenge.
It took Austin almost a year to recover from the injuries he suffered in that heinous attack. You can't blame Austin for the damage he inflicts on Rikishi tonight.
Byron, a lesser man wouldn't have survived. Stone Cold promised that Rikishi's days of walking above ground are over. This is no holds barred. He's looking to take things to the outside now. And looking at my monitor, it just makes me sick to my stomach watching Rikishi. This is a man who has no remorse and feels justified for running Austin down like a dog.
Look, to be devil's advocate, you've got to look at Rikishi's perspective. He's proud of his Samoan lineage and saw an opportunity to give his people a leg up in the Shark Tank that is WWE.
Are you serious, Corey? Rikishi ran over another human being. We're fortunate that it only put Austin on the show for 10 months instead of his whole life. It's sick that you would even condone what Rikishi did.
Don't twist my words, Saxton. I'm not saying I condone Rikishi's actions. I'm just saying I understand them.
Shoulder tackle. The rattlesnake's being picked apart.
No one holding Rikishi's family down now, taking out all those years of frustration on Austin here.
And Byron, I just cannot see any legitimate reason to run over Stone Cold like Rikishi did last Survivor Series.
I mean, Austin does ruffle the feathers of a lot of people, Michael, but I don't think any of his rivals would go to the disgusting lengths that Rikishi has gone to.
Heading to ringside now. Set up for the Russian leg sweep.
Nicely done.
Back in the ring. And Rikishi channeling his energy here.
Looks like he has something planned with his table, guys.
I don't want to know. Austin showing no fear, no intimidation.
All right, he's got to refocus up now.
And Rikishi putting a little you-know-what on it right here.
Clearly lost in the moment. He better snap out of it. He's headed out to the ringside area.
Dominating shoulder tackle.
And though The Rock wants nothing to do with this altercation, you have to mention the sadness Rikishi has brought to him.
Rock might be innocent in this whole ordeal, but I feel that somewhere inside his soul, The Rock is happy with...
From the top, taking a flight to nowhere.
Did you see that? Risking it all and taking an awful fall.
We talk a lot about Austin being prepared for a fight. Austin and Rikishi trading heavy artillery on the...
And do you hear this capacity crowd? They want more from Stone Cold. Albany wants to see Rikishi get beaten down like a pile of human filth. And he gets set back into the ring. He's out of the ring. What does he have in mind now?
Sent into the stairs. That'll stop anybody.
Into the barricade. Punch him in the chest. And Rikishi lately has been calling himself a visionary, a pioneer. All a bunch of garbage, if you ask me.
Well, those aren't self-imposed labels, Cole. Those labels are coming from a family, coming from a group of wrestling legends who are proud of Rikishi for standing up and making a change in this business. And Rikishi slows Austin down with a thunderous right.
Austin's in trouble. And now steel chair. Oh, and Austin, he just averted disaster there.
And now Austin gonna deliver the punishment with the steel chair.
A relentless Texas rattlesnake beating the brakes off of Rikishi with a steel chair.
And again, thunderous blows by Austin. Down goes Rikishi. Austin beating the hell out of him.
I know Austin has good reason to be doing all this, but he could be taking it too far at this point.
I don't think the rattlesnake has taken it far enough, Corey. Austin wants to put Rikishi's life in danger, just like Rikishi did to him. Corey, this situation is so far beyond rational thinking. It's so personal. What does Stone Cold have to do in this one to leave here victorious against Rikishi?
I don't know if you can tell someone who almost lost their life at the hands of their opponent to think rationally. Rikishi hoisting up his opponent. Rikishi driver. Rikishi got all of it.
Making the most of that with the pin.
Two. Hangs on by a thread.
Unbelievable tenacity on display from Stone Cold. Austin simply refuses to quit.
The next big move by Edis. The question is, who has the stamina left to pull it out? He breaks the ref's count before two.
No time to waste being shocked. You've got to maintain pressure.
He quickly slides into the ring. Oh, got all of that one. That's how you destroy an opponent.
Oh, man. Might as well be in the batting cage now. Big time clothesline.
Good grief.
Oh, God, that hurt.
Now attempts to cover.
Can he keep him down?
And a kick out right away.
What stamina. It's truly impressive to completely beat the count here.
Oh, what a DDT.
Oh. Sleeper hold cinched in deep.
Fading, fading. Trying to fight it. Anything to not give up.
It's a battle of wills now. Who will break first?
kicks out of the sleeper.
Earth-shaking spine buster. Incredible. How did he do that?
Had it scouted. Now can capitalize.
Oh my gosh, bro.
And dropping bombs.
Austin decompression. 10 months of frustration into the single most important ass whooping of his life. Stone Cold too slow there. Brings them down.
To the sky.
Oh, big impact.
Beautiful. Right into the cover.
2, 3, no.
This is no time to hesitate. You can feel the end coming.
Oh, now he can be caught here. Bad spot for him.
Look at the torque. There's no escape from the camel clutch.
There's no way in hell.
There it is, tapping out.
This is not what many of us expected to see. We wanted to see retribution, but Rikishi was too much of a monster for Stone Cold tonight.
The vitriol that consumed Rikishi powered him to finish the job and leave a battered Austin in his rear-view mirror.
His arrival signaled impending doom. His very presence was enough to intimidate even the bravest WWE competitor. His name itself simply meant the end. And if you found yourself standing across the ring from Umaga, you were most certainly coming to the end of your own road. The younger brother of Rikishi, Umaga, was every bit the Samoan bulldozer that his nickname would suggest, mauling opponents with ease, relishing the chaos that he created. A menace to the entire roster, an unrepentant badass, Umaga tortured his prey with high-impact collisions before ultimately sealing their fate with his vaunted Samoan spike, a vicious move used today by Solo Sikoa.
Inside the ring, man, he was just a complete monster. Anybody that stood in front of him, he was going to wreck him no matter what he had to do. He was just a crazy, wild Samoan. Outside of the ring, man, just a loving guy to be around. A fun uncle, always joking, always barbecuing at his house. I always looked up to him. He was just so cool.
Perhaps an unheralded aspect of Umaga's game was his mastery of mental warfare. Umaga loved to present a wild, out-of-control savage, one who needed manager Armando Alejandro Estrada to handle all the details while he destroyed opponents. Umaga was the perfect definition of the word aura. A two-time intercontinental heavyweight champion, Umaga established himself as one of the purest forms of dominance to ever set foot in a WWE ring. His intense clashes with Batista, the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, and Triple H, along with WWE Championship battles against John Cena, still live on in the memories of those who were fortunate enough to watch Umaga perform. And Umaga will live in immortality through every member of this family, whether it's with a huge Samoan drop, a running bulldozer into the corner, a Samoan spike, or even a war cry in the middle of battle. Umaga is forever.
I wish he was here. I know he's watching from above.
So you, our beloved Us in training, are asked one simple thing here in the WWE 2K25 showcase: to defeat John Cena. You've done that in this mode before, right? Simple. It was at New Year's Revolution in 2007 that Umaga and John Cena first collided for the WWE title. Umaga appeared to be too much for Cena in the minds of many pundits. Undefeated in WWE some 9 months after his debut, and things were going very well for Umaga. Until they weren't. Umaga would see his undefeated streak end by, of all, roll up after rushing directly into the outstretched shoes of John Cena. 1 second of luck allowed John Cena to escape the inevitable, and now it's on you to fix it. Head into that ring. Showcase Umaga's cruel brutality and get Umaga the WWE Heavyweight Championship victory that he should have gotten in the first place. I assure you, my dear friend, Armando Alejandro Estrada will make sure nothing else goes wrong if you take care of business inside the ring.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here he is. He could be the next WWE champion, the near 400-pound Umaga. A man that since debuting right after WrestleMania 9 months ago has remained undefeated. And Umaga has been in the ring, Byron, with the best of WWE.
This man looks, moves, and sounds like a movie monster. Except Umaga is for real.
He is a Samoan bulldozer, an 18-wheel version with a mean streak. Big, athletic, strong, and probably going to outweigh John Cena by well over 100 pounds.
Since 1963, the WWE title has only changed hands twice here in Kansas City. That's twice in the last 47 years.
But Umaga is a scary human being. He can easily change that trend right here tonight.
A phenomenal ovation in this arena because the champ is here. John Cena has a gigantic challenge awaiting him in the ring, but Cena doesn't have a reverse gear.
Absolutely not. The champ only goes one way, and that's straight at you.
John Cena, a 3-time WWE champion, the handler of Umaga, Armando Estrada, trying to control this undefeated challenger.
Once the bell rings, these two are going to go at each other full force.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the WWE Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from the Isle of Samoa, 153 pounds, Wwe2k! And from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 248 pounds, he is the WWE Champion, John Cena!
Intensity on the face of the champion. Challenger in the corner, looking more determined than I've ever seen. Here we go with the WWE Championship on the line. John Cena versus the Samoan Bulldozer Umaga. Big fight feel here in this building.
The undefeated Umaga has set his sights on Cena, and there's nothing left standing in his way. Umaga doesn't just want to beat John Cena. He wants to obliterate him, like he has all his other opponents.
But this is John Cena we're talking about. If anyone can stand up to Umaga's brutality and power, it's him. Cena's going to fight to defend his title with everything he's got.
Into the steel steps. That's got to be a tide turner. And you just see Cena's legs bent awkwardly off the steel steps. Umaga really pinpointed a target with that attack.
I don't know if it was strategic on the part of Umaga or just a result of his rampage, but either way, taking out Cena's foundation is going to sway the power advantage into Umaga's favor now.
Fought off with an elbow.
And don't expect much of a wrestling match in this one. Expect more of a brawl. This is not going to look pretty. It's going to get ugly. This is two trains on a track to a head-on collision.
Toe-to-toe, it's going to be bad, it's going to be bloody, and it will come down to who wants it more.
Spiked him. That's the WWE equivalent of a helmet-to-helmet hit right there.
Punch! John Cena and Umaga battling here for the WWE Championship. Will John Cena halt the Samoan Bulldozer's path to destruction?
Cena's going to have to go all out to it.
Watching!
What? From ring post to ringside, risking it all paid off.
Brought back into... Here we go with the WWE Championship on the line. John Cena versus the Samoan Bulldozer Umaga. Big fight feel here in this building.
The undefeated Umaga has set his sights on Cena, and there's nothing left standing in his way. Umaga doesn't just want to beat John Cena. He wants to obliterate him, like he has all his other opponents.
But this is John Cena we're talking about. If anyone can stand up to Umaga's brutality and power, it's him. Cena's going to fight to defend his title with everything he's got.
And don't expect much of a wrestling match in this one. Expect more of a brawl. This is not going to look pretty. It's going to get ugly. This is two trains on a track to a head-on collision.
Toe-to-toe, it's going to be bad, it's going to be bloody, and it will come down to who wants it more.
Oh! Ouch! And a kick.
He's able to dodge out of the way.
Cena letting his opponent know who's in charge here.
He's heading to the outside. Better watch for the referee's count. Headed out to ringside now. What does he have planned? And he comes in under the ropes now. Decides to leave the confines of the ring. Well-placed elbow to break up the maneuver.
Come on, just run. runs the whole match.
Here we go with the WWE Championship on the line. John Cena versus the Samoan Bulldozer Umaga. Big fight feel here in this building.
The undefeated Umaga has set his sights on Cena, and there's nothing left standing in his way. Umaga doesn't just want to beat John Cena. He wants to obliterate him like he has all his other opponents.
But this is John Cena we're talking about. If anyone can stand up to Umaga's brutality and power, it's him. Cena's going to fight to defend his title with everything he's got.
Super kick! Gosh!
Cena tonight attempting to do something no one else has been able to do. Be it H.
Oh my God, that just
Triple
meant
H, Kane, the
versus
list goes
everything.
on and on. No one has been able
petty,
to
dude.
beat Umaga.
Since debuting in last year's WrestleMania, he's never been pinned, never been submitted. Umaga is a man who's decimated every single thing in his path. It's not hyperbole to call him a dangerous and deadly savage.
Now's the time to beat the count.
And now gets tossed into the ring. Turns that in his favor.
Had the foresight to get out of that one.
And let's remember this event last year, Byron. New Year's Revolution has not been kind to John Cena. He lost his championship a year ago at this same event.
A mental hurdle Cena needs to overcome for sure. But the past is the past. I think John has a much bigger distraction in front of him right now.
Cena warded him off. Heading back into the ring now.
He wants this fight on the outside.
And he's going to the outside, which will start a count out. Headed out of the ring, but the count is looming. Taking the action to the outside.
Might be taking a breather here. Oh my gosh, going. Head on into the stairs.
And you just see Cena's legs bend awkwardly off the steel steps. Umaga really pinpointed a target with that attack.
I don't know if it was strategic on the part of Umaga or just a result of his rampage, but either way, taking out Cena's foundation is going to sway the power advantage into Umaga's favor now.
Umaga is truly a specimen to marvel at, Corey. And his handler, Armando Alejandro Estrada, knows he has a thoroughbred on his hands.
There's a difference between thoroughbreds and Umaga, though, Cole. Thoroughbreds can be tamed. Umaga cannot. Estrada can only serve as a mouthpiece for Umaga. He can only help direct Umaga's blind brutality. I think even Estrada knows no one can control the Samoan Bulldozer.
Stamina is going to be a key factor in this match tonight. Can Cena weather Umaga's vicious attacks? Can Umaga keep up the offensive pressure as Cena drags this into deep waters?
I think you're right, Cole. This might just come down to who has more gas in the tank.
Up on their shoulders.
Down in a hurry. A rare position for Cena in this fight. We can't often say that John's overpowered in a matchup, but this 360-plus pound Samoan Bulldozer is more than a formidable opponent.
Sometimes when there's a fight, you're not always going to be the biggest. You're not always going to be the strongest. And even if that is the case for Cena tonight, John Cena has never met a fight he didn't like.
Cena will try to gain strength from this capacity crowd in Kansas City, but not even that may be enough to stop a rampaging Umaga.
Choke slam!
Cena's getting dominated.
Umaga is simply overpowering John Cena right now.
Turning the tables.
Oh my goodness, dribbling the opponent's head like a basketball.
That's using your head.
Boom, running STO plants him.
Nicely done.
And I could look at Umaga and he reminds me of Yokozuna. His unmatched thickness and size is an orthodox offense.
Look at Umaga's thighs, his calves. They give him a great power and a great base. It makes him almost impossible to knock off his feet.
He's thick, he's strong, he's nasty, and he won't be slowed down.
Oh, with authority! Overwhelming offense now from Umaga.
Cena has no response for Umaga's savage and brutal offense.
That's using your head.
Rapid fire Samoan drop.
Umaga, of course, coming from a very rich heritage. Some of the greatest athletes in any sport come from the Samoan heritage.
Umaga's aggressiveness can be traced back to his bloodline. When you're fighting a Samoan, you are battling a tough, scary human being. Got him in the corner. And Cena flattened in the corner.
Umaga's just overpowering him. Look at the strength. Into the corner, just setting Cena up.
You have to start to ask yourself, is the end of John Cena near?
I think so. Look out!
A headbutt. No one has been able to stop Umaga. No one.
You are seeing why Umaga is undefeated. Why no one has been able to stop the Samoan bulldozer.
Here comes Umaga, and Cena catches him with a boot. John Cena from behind, rolls him up, shoulders down, and a kick out by Umaga.
And Cena immediately back into the clutches of Umaga.
I'm not sure what else Cena can do here. I'm not sure John Cena knows how to stop Umaga.
And Corey, you know, there's no force equal to being on the receiving end of a headbutt from Umaga.
It's in Umaga's DNA. Generations have perfected the art of using their own skull as a weapon that could stop an elephant.
Umaga fends that. Oh. Sometimes I look at Umaga and it just scares me. I think he forgets that he's even in a championship match. Estrada is very aware of it, but Umaga sometimes looks oblivious to what's going on, other than the fact that he knows he's supposed to hurt his opponent.
Having no conscience is what has set Umaga apart. If he gets confused and the bloodthirst takes over, that's where Estrada becomes useful by directing Umaga back to the ultimate goal.
I think Umaga just doesn't know when to stop attacking. He has no sense of what it means to pull back on the reins, so to speak. Mistake by Umaga.
Cena doing what he can to halt.
No, nothing fancy here.
Tasting victory.
Backed up.
Pin. Title in the balance.
He knows the goal is to win the match, right?
Yeah, what's he doing? A reversal. He saw that coming.
Wow. Oh, man.
Umaga with a reversal. Each superstar trying to counter and gain an advantage.
Two powerhouses, a championship on the line. We knew this would be a battle.
Umaga and Cena aren't giving up any. Ground here. Brutal attack from Umaga. He smells Cena's blood in the water.
Pulls their opponent in. Belly. A belly.
And his core might be a bigger target now. Fires back with a crucial elbow.
Nice running crossbody.
Making way toward the top rope.
He's zoning in. Has something big in store.
Up high.
Oh, he paid for that high risk.
Whistle.
And so it was.
We're about to see it. Hey, the champ delivering with
A kick out. Oh, my God. How the hell do you kick out of that?
I have no words. Not even a 2 count?
And Cena is no stranger to big match moments, but he clearly thought that would be all she wrote.
John's
the champion into the pin.
Man, what the fuck, bro?
Cena got him.
This shit's so stupid, bro. They will not let me put the Samoan Spike on this nigga, bro. That's crazy. Y'all will not let me put the Samoan Spike on that dude, G.
Here we go with the WWE Championship on the line. John Cena.
I did not have to cheese like that. That shit just pissed me off, bro.
Big fight feel here in this building.
The undefeated Umaga
People not let me
has
put
set
the
his
fucking
sights
Samoan
on
Spike
Cena,
on this
and
nigga for
there's
shit,
nothing
bro.
standing in his way. Umaga doesn't just want to beat John Cena. He wants to obliterate him like he has all his other opponents.
But this is John Cena we're talking about. If anyone can stand up to Umaga's brutality and power, it's him. Cena's going to fight to defend his title with everything he's got.
Such a unique situation for the...
Like, this shit's stupid.
champion John Cena tonight.
Just cheating for no fucking reason, bro.
This could be the first time in Cena's career that he comes in as an underdog champion.
And that's a credit to the challenger. Anybody would be an underdog against a man that's undefeated. Umaga simply looks unbeatable.
But John will fight you as long as he's breathing. That's the Cena style.
And finally recognizes the count and gets back into the ring.
A completely relentless attack from Umaga.
Umaga is simply overpowering John Cena right now.
Like, this shit's crazy, G.
Counters to gain the advantage.
Umaga sidesteps that.
John Cena with a rough blow there. Cena turning things around. Umaga is truly a specimen to marvel at, Corey. And his handler, Armando Alejandro Estrada, knows he has a thoroughbred on his hands.
There's a difference between thoroughbreds and Umaga, though, Cole. Thoroughbreds can be tamed. Umaga cannot. Estrada can only serve as a mouthpiece for Umaga. He can only help direct Umaga's blind brutality. I think even Estrada knows no one can control the Samoan bulldozer.
Stamina is going to be a key factor in this match tonight. Can Cena weather Umaga's vicious attacks? Can Umaga keep up the offensive pressure?
This nigga's dodging every fucking move, bro.
I think you're right, Cole. This might just come down to who has more. Double leg takedown, got the shoulders down.
And to the pin, title on the line. He cuts the pin attempt short. And retaliates with a counter.
A rare position for Cena in this fight. We can't often say that John's overpowered in a matchup, but this 360-plus pound Samoan bulldozer is more than a formidable opponent.
Listen, sometimes when there's a fight, you're not always going to be the biggest. You're not always going to be the strongest. And even if that is the case for Cena tonight,
oh my gosh, bro. They fucking joking me, bro.
Cena will try to gain strength from this capacity crowd in Kansas City.
Joking.
But not even that may be enough to stop a rampaging Umaga. Monkey flip. Oh, I absolutely love this. WWE fans are pumped. You can't see me. Into the late pin, championship on the line. He got him. He got him. Cena got him.
Here is your winner, and still the WWE.
Here we go with the WWE Championship on the line. John Cena versus the Samoan bulldozer Umaga. Big fight feel here in this building.
The undefeated Umaga has set his sights on Cena, and there's nothing left standing in his way. Umaga doesn't just want to beat John Cena. He wants to obliterate him like he has all his other opponents.
But this is John Cena we're talking about. If anyone can stand up to Umaga's brutality and power, it's him. Cena's going to fight to defend his title with everything he's got.
Nice counter by Cena. And don't expect much of a wrestling match in this one. Expect more of a brawl. This is not going to look pretty. It's going to get ugly. This is two trains on a track to a head-on collision.
Toe-to-toe, it's going to be bad, it's going to be bloody, and it will come down to who wants it more.
Manages to reverse it.
Got out of the way that time. Clothesline.
Oh, that's using your head.
Oh, my goodness.
Just punishing their opponent.
Oh, there's a headbutt. And Cena's starting to falter here.
Umaga is simply...
From the top.
Through the air. It connects.
From all the way up. Wasted no time flying out to the floor.
A rare position for Cena in this fight. We can't often say that John's... overpowered in a matchup. But this 360-plus pound Samoan bulldozer is more than a formidable opponent.
Listen, sometimes when there's a fight, you're not always going to be the biggest. You're not always going to be the strongest. And even if that is the case for Cena tonight, John Cena...
The pin for the championship. No, he kicks out.
Getting that shoulder up seemed to be pretty easy.
To the gut. Ooh.
Brutal forearm. Boom, running STO plants him.
Nicely done.
And I could look at Umaga and he reminds me of Yokozuna. His unmatched thickness and size is an orthodox offense.
Look at Umaga's thighs, his calves. They give him a great power and a great bait. Take off.
No fucking way, bro.
The champion clearly doing whatever it takes to retain their title here.
Kicking out there really has to make his opponent question his game plan.
Superstar setting up.
And there's the Uranagi.
Landed them.
Umaga heads up. This is going to be nasty.
From the top.
Diving headbutt.
Did you guys feel the rumble from that impact? Looking to go up high.
From the top, the leader of the C-Nation.
And Umaga, of course, coming from a very rich heritage. Some of the greatest athletes in any sport come from the Samoan heritage.
Umaga's aggressiveness can be traced back to his bloodline. When you're fighting this...
Nice takedown. Stack them up for the title. New champ.
What was that? He had him exactly where he wanted him.
Boom! Good defense from him.
He wastes no time dodging the attack.
You're gonna let me put him in the corner.
Elbow to halt the offense.
Uh-oh. Face first in the turnbuckle. And that cuts Cena right off.
Countered with the knee to the face. Superstar setting up.
Oh, what a slam! Landed him.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Oh, elbow right to the breadbasket for their troubles.
Locks in the
fuck.
Suplex. The champ with the cover. The challenger wriggles out at one.
A truly impressive kick out this late.
Will Cena conquer the undefeated Umaga? Cena powering up his opponent into position.
Attitude adjustment.
That could be enough to continue the reign.
2. He got him. He got him. Cena got him.
Tell me not let me put him in the fucking corner, G. This game, bro, is so annoying, bro. Just let him just keep reversing every fucking thing in the fucking book, bro.
John Cena and Umaga battling here for the WWE Championship. Will John Cena halt the Samoan Bulldozer's path to destruction?
Cena's going to have to go all out to accomplish that. No one has been able...
We're going to keep restarting, G.
John Cena and Umaga battling here for the WWE Championship. Will John Cena halt the Samoan Bulldozer's path to destruction?
Cena's going to have to go all out to accomplish that. No one has been able to withstand Umaga thus far. Launching.
Look out below! From up top.
John Cena and Umaga battling here for the WWE Championship. Will John Cena halt the Samoan Bulldozer's path to destruction?
Cena's going to have to go all out to accomplish that. No one has been able to withstand Umaga thus far. This brutal Samoan has made a mockery of his challengers and is perhaps the ultimate super heavyweight threat.
Now, Cena could be in for the greatest challenge as champion tonight. But if anyone can overcome the terrifying ruthlessness of Umaga, it has to be John Cena.
Boom! Such a unique situation for the champion John Cena tonight. This could be the first time in Cena's career that he comes in as an underdog champion.
And that's a credit to the challenger. Anybody would be an underdog against a man that's undefeated. Umaga simply looks unbeatable.
But John will fight you as long as he's breathing. That's the Cena style.
This nigga's just dodging every fucking move, bro.
Can Cena weather
and I'm hitting him.
Attacks? Can Umaga keep up the offensive pressure as Cena drags this into deep waters?
I think you're right, Cole. This might just come down to who has more gas in the tank. Boom! Oh!
And he exits the ring.
Better watch the count.
Oh, right to the kidneys.
Golly.
Umaga is truly a specimen to marvel at, Corey. And his handler, Alejandro Estrada, knows he has a thoroughbred on his hands.
There's a difference between thoroughbreds and Umaga, though, Cole. Thoroughbreds can be tamed. Umaga cannot. Estrada can only serve as a mouthpiece for Umaga. He can only help direct Umaga's blind brutality. I think even Estrada knows no one can control the Samoan.
He got him! He got him! Cena got him!
I hit his ass with that fucking thing, I didn't say shit. Shit. I hit his ass with the stairs, they didn't say shit.
Here for the WWE Championship. Will John Cena halt the Samoan Bulldozer's path to destruction?
Cena's going to have to go all out to accomplish. Soaring!
Crash and burn.
Taking flight only to find nobody home at ringside. What a disastrous miscalculation.
Boom, what impact. And don't expect much of a wrestling match in this one. Expect more of a brawl. This is not going to look pretty. It's going to get ugly. This is two trains on a track to a head-on collision.
Toe-to-toe, it's going to be bad, it's going to be bloody, and it will come down to who wants it more. Uh-oh. Turned it around into a massive bulldog. Oof.
Oh, gets blasted into the steel steps. And you just see Cena's legs bent awkwardly off the steel steps. Umaga really pinpointed a target with that attack.
I don't know if it was strategic on the part of Umaga or just a result of his rampage, but either way, taking out Cena's foundation is going to sway the power advantage into Umaga's favor now.
No question John Cena has his work cut out for him. Taking on Umaga, who's been aptly named the Samoan Bulldozer for his relentless offense.
Yeah, and while Umaga may not be as refined in the ring as other superstars.
Pin attempt by the champion. The challenger shoulder up after one.
Early pinfall attempt denied at one. A lot of time left to go.
A rare position for Cena in this fight. We can't often say that John's overpowered in a matchup, but this 360-plus pound Samoan Bulldozer is more than a formidable opponent.
Bear hug, squeezing the breath out of them.
And with the submission locked in, are we about to see?
Furiously trying to fight his way out of the bear hug. Can he do it? Yes.
Cena gets intercepted.
Oh, I think the ring just moved.
Drops the hammer.
Right on the lower back.
Elbow drop.
Piercing.
Cena tonight attempting to do something no one else has been able to do. Be it HBK, Triple H, Kane, the list goes on and on. No one has been able to beat Umaga.
Since debuting in last year's WrestleMania, he's never been pinned, never been submitted. Umaga is a man who's decimated every single
Come
thing
on,
in his
bro.
life.
Like, y'all doing too much, man.
Possibly setting up for a submission maneuver.
Just excruciating pain. There's no way you can sustain being in this submission much longer.
Will the pain be too much? Will there be a surrender?
A single leg camel clutch and a great counter. And it's reversed.
The champion doing everything to retain here.
He got him. Cena got him.
Here is your winner, and still the WWE Champion.
John Cena and Umaga battling here for the WWE Championship. Will John Cena halt the Samoan Bulldozer's path to destruction?
Cena's going to have to go all out to accomplish.
Flying. Crashing to the floor.
Went for the high risk towards the outside, but it ended up being in vain.
Hey, let's remember this event last year, Byron. New Year's Revolution has not been kind to John Cena. He lost his championship a year ago at the same event.
A mental hurdle Cena needs to overcome for sure. But the past is the past. I think John has a much bigger distraction in front of him right now.
Oh, man.
Superstar setting up.
Oh my gosh.
He turns it around on Umaga. Boom! Read that one.
Boom, running STO plants him.
Nicely done.
He's heading to the outside. Better watch for the referee's count.
Get out the fucking way, manager.
Such a unique situation for the champion John Cena tonight. This could be the first time in Cena's career that he comes in as an underdog champion.
And that's a credit to the challenger. Anybody would be an underdog against a man that's undefeated. Umaga simply looks unbeatable.
But John will fight you as long as he's breathing. That's the Cena style.
And you just see Cena's legs bent awkwardly off the steel steps. Umaga really pinpointed a target with that attack.
I don't know if it was strategic on the part of Umaga or just a result of his rampage. But either way, taking out Cena's foundation is going to sway the power advantage into Umaga's favor now.
Stamina is going to be a key factor in this match tonight. Can Cena weather Umaga's vicious attacks? Can Umaga keep up the offensive pressure as Cena drags this into deep waters?
I think you're right, Cole. This might just come down to who has more gas in the tank.
Cena tonight attempting to do something no one else has been able to do. Be it
from the top, all the way to the outside. Putting it all on the line and coming up big with a breathtaking move.
Oh, man, right into the steel steps.
Oh, whipped right into the diamond-plated steel.
And he now slides back into the ring.
Boom, running STO plants him.
Nicely done.
Cena now taking the brunt of the attack.
Umaga is simply overpowering John Cena right now.
And Cena with the wherewithal to counter.
A rare position for Cena in this fight. We can't often say that John's...
Hold on a second. He might be finding a submission hold here.
And writhing in pain, trying to find an escape.
I think his hopes of that.
A single leg camel clutch and a great counter. Up on the shoulders. Down in a hurry. Oh!
the gut. Ooh, brutal forearm.
Ooh, and he stops that. Nice takedown, stacked for the pin. Oh, for the title.
And what's this?
Why did he do that? What's going on? Backs them off with a headbutt out of nowhere.
Umaga is truly a specimen to marvel at, Corey. And his handler, Armando Alejandro Estrada, knows he has a thoroughbred on his hands.
There's a difference between thoroughbreds and Umaga, though, Cole. Thoroughbreds can be tame. Umaga cannot. Estrada can only serve as a mouthpiece for Umaga. He can only help direct Umaga's blind brutality. I think even Estrada knows no one can control the Samoan bulldozer.
Ooh! And with the attacks Umaga has been delivering, you have to think about internal injuries mounting on Cena now.
Headbutt to the gut! Boom! Running STO plants him.
Nicely done.
Ah, what a smash!
That is just insulting.
And Umaga, of course, coming from a very rich heritage. Some of the greatest athletes in any sport come from a Samoan heritage.
Umaga's aggressiveness can be traced back to his bloodline. When you're fighting a Samoan, you are battling a tough, scary human being.
And Umaga is in control.
Cena has no response for Umaga's savage and brutal offense.
Hey, in WWE, things move really fast. If you aren't present in the moment, it can feel like a year goes by in only 2 or 3 minutes. That's why you always have to make time to make sure that you check. Hold on. Did I just hear myself say 3 minutes? Stop. Can you believe I'm actually doing Eric Bischoff's shtick? In the early 2000s, few words sent a shudder through the roster like the words 3 minutes, summoning the fearsome duo of Rosie and Jamal, collectively known as the 3-minute warning. Initially hired by the aforementioned Raw general manager Eric Bischoff to interrupt anything he didn't find to be entertaining.
You're just not entertaining me. 3 minutes are just about up.
The two instantly made their mark in WWE with their complete and total decimation of anyone that was targeted. Their formula was really simple. 2 bruisers with surprising quickness who took pleasure in throwing opponents all around the ring with reckless abandon. And the trail of bodies left in their wake remains a testament to their devastation. Rosie, older brother of your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, and Jamal, who would in time develop his skills further and take the name of Umaga, were about instant gratification. They treated matches like a race, seeing how much damage they could fit into the shortest time possible.
The 3-minute warning with my brother and my cousin, it was just one of the coolest gimmicks of all time to me. It was catchy, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of knew what was happening. And I feel like we all remember when the 3-minute warning hit for the first time. You know, the whole Den TV area just lit up.
Every match was a train wreck, as the two would use their size to overwhelm most opponents, coupling that with incredible tag team maneuvers to increase the carnage to its maximum levels. That approach, maximizing damage while minimizing time, was a 3-minute warning signature. The team itself saw its run in WWE last for a little over a year, but in that time managed to make such an impression with the WWE Universe that it still resonates today. They are proof of the impact anyone can make if they capitalize on their opportunities, as 3-minute warning did every single time.
It was a short-lived gimmick, but it was a really cool gimmick, and I just think it shows the versatility of, hey, if you need us to go out there and tell you a Broadway story, I'll cover 2 hours if you like. But if you need us to come out in 3 minutes to make an impact, we can do that too. But you gotta be really good to be thrown in there with the very, very best in the industry. I'm getting all pumped and proud, for my brother and my cousin right now, just thinking about it.
Here in the WWE 2K25 showcase, we have selected another team that embodies the same mindset in Akam and Razor the AOP. Similar to Jamal and Rosie, these two look to inflict the most pain in the most efficient manner. Like 3-minute warning, AOP happily dispatches when summoned. Like 3-minute warning, AOP features 2 Goliaths who will hurl your body from pillar to post before finally bringing it all to a most painful conclusion. It's up to you in this Extreme Rules contest to beat the AOP to the punch and showcase the Wrecking Crew approach that made 3-minute warning the premier bruiser squad in all of WWE. And don't worry, we will give you more than 3 minutes to make that fact perfectly clear. As a matter of fact, take your time and enjoy dishing out the punishment.
AOP is here, ready to wreak havoc. And they want to prove 3-minute warning has nothing on them.
2 roughneck teams ready to use this Extreme Rules stipulation to the fullest.
And guys, the authors of pain now have 3 minutes.
And a combined weight of 770 pounds, Rosie and Jamal. 3 minutes warning.
Authors of Pain versus 3-minute warning is a recipe for brutality and ruthless carnage.
And that's an irregular match, Cole. This is Extreme Rules.
These 2 hit squads are going to tear each other apart.
3-minute warning made a career out of demolishing anyone who got in their way. Why would AOP be any different?
Because that's exactly what AOP does too. They play the same game as 3-minute warning.
Here we go with AOP and 3-minute warning going head-to-head. This is an Extreme Rules match, and it's a good thing it is, because neither one of these teams likes to play by the rules or limit their aggressive tendencies.
So there is nothing on the minds of these men except dealing as much damage to one another as possible. Both 3-minute warning and the AOP excel at brutalizing their opponents and inflicting massive amounts of pain. But only one of them can be the best at it.
And a quick pin attempt. And that was only a 1.
Definitely looks in a hurry to finish things.
Rosie and Jamal tell their victims that they will feel the 3-minute warning. What does that mean, Corey?
Well, it means a lot of superstars will get run over by the pain train, and it's only going to feel like the longest 3 minutes of their lives. When you're as big and strong as Rosie and Jamal, that's how quickly it can be over.
Oh! Uh-oh, has to find a way out of this.
With all this in mind, take
on the apron. Oh, landing.
He's heading back to the ring.
Delivering nasty stomps.
Oh, man, that's like death by 1,000 cuts.
Tossing them aside. Watching the hardcore style of 3-minute warning. Both of these men are from the hood, so to speak. Grew up in the streets, brought up to be tough. Rosie and Jamal have a lot of tenacity.
A duo that couldn't care less about headlocks. They're just all about beating the hell out of you. 3-minute warning's thug-like tactics need to be respected.
display of offense we just witnessed there.
Big splash. That was one big behemoth flying down with authority and force. Power slam.
Good night. Razor gets fended off.
Ah, kick.
Nasty kick. Oh, God. Man, Rosie and Jamal, Akam and Razor. And look at this now. Yes, applying the submission hold. This is a moment when you're desperate to find a counter.
Trying to find an escape, looking from the top.
Trying to break out of this grip and is able to do it. Escapes the hold before irreparable damage is done. Caught that and reversed it. Ooh.
Down to opponent and a double axe handle smash.
He's definitely been worn down a little.
Perched up top.
Retaliation from Razor.
Diving knee drop.
Saw it coming and avoided it. Completely manhandling, my goodness.
Pay special attention to Rosie in this matchup. 6'5", 275 pounds. The man can run a 40-yard dash in 4.8 seconds. This guy is a pure athlete.
Rosie played high school football with a legendary running back before playing college ball in Hawaii. Imagine being pancaked by the force Rosie brings.
Oh, he slips out of harm's way.
One step ahead there. Forced the move by throwing an elbow into the midsection.
Uh-oh. I have a feeling we're about to get a front row seat, gentlemen.
And gets tossed back into the mat.
Oh, no. Look out. Here we go. That's called changing the decor of the broadcast area.
I have on the apron. I don't know what he's got in mind heading to the floor here.
And that was a heck of a heave we just saw. Just look at the size of all these superstars. The ring had to be reinforced before this match. Over 1,300 combined pounds colliding.
These men are so big and so thick, it's a challenge to wrap your arms around them. It's really just best to find weapons and whack away.
Yeah, and there's plenty of...
Up they go! Samoa driver! 3-minute warning might just be done messing around. Trading counters here.
Pulls their opponent in.
Belly to belly. And quickly into the cover. Oh, this is unexpected. He goes for the pin.
Could this be it?
No idea what he's planning here.
Yeah, I don't think it's anything good, Cole.
Jamal on the receiving end.
Back elbow blows that one. Oh, man, he is fired up now.
With the lariat. Thinking of going high risk here.
Look out!
Splash! Forget it. AOP just fell to their demise.
And Aaron stays down for a 1 count.
This is where great cardio makes all the difference, helping you stay alive deep into the match.
Bear hug, squeezing the breath out of them. This is locked in deep. Look, and that's it. It's over.
Here are your winners, Rosie and Jamal. 3-minute warning.
Gotta give it up to 3-minute warning. In a contest between two of the most badass squads we've ever seen, they were the tougher competitors.
Yeah, but AOP certainly made 3-minute warning earn this win. Just think about all the carnage we witnessed here tonight.
We've come to the part of the showcase where we get to talk about Tamina. Ever since walking in WWE, shoulder to shoulder with the Usos, Tamina's alliance with this dynasty has never been in question.
I remember watching Monday Night Raw, and I seen Tamina debut with my brothers. It was a pretty cool, dynamic, right? Two of my brothers and Tamina.
Together, Tamina and the Usos helped each other navigate through a trial-filled first year in WWE, making sure they all survived together. In later years, Tamina has formed alliances with both Naomi and Nia Jax, honoring this family's connection. While Tamina has looked to create her own name in the industry, she has never missed a chance to acknowledge her place in this family either. Trained by Afa and Sika, the wild Samoans, Tamina was instilled with the same instincts that have carried each member of this family to wrestling glory. Her in-ring approach is similar to many in the bloodline. Quick striking, high-impact attacks, and smothering holds. As capable with a super kick or a big splash as anyone else, Tamina has maintained a remarkable level of success in her WWE career. A constant contender, Tamina has competed for the Women's Championship on many occasions. She's also held the Women's Tag Team Championships along with 9 separate reigns as the 24/7 champion. Tamina has proven capable in any environment against any opponent. Tamina is always the perfect test for a rising contender. Defeating Tamina proves that you're at the top of your game, and she will always expose those who aren't quite ready yet. Taking her lightly is the easiest way to book your visit to the local medical facility. Tamina has taken part in many memorable moments, but in the 2K25 showcase, we're going to give you the chance to make history. In the first ever women's Money in the Bank match, Carmella, of all people, would walk out victorious after letting someone else do all the work. Tamina, Becky Lynch, Natalya, and Charlotte Flair were all robbed of a great opportunity that night by Carmella. So this is your chance to make it right. Showcase Tamina's grit and take out the other 4 ladies in this ladder match to become the first ever winner of the Women's Money in the Bank. Carmella might still sneak out with the win, but if she does, she's doing it on her own because we're not allowing anyone else at ringside for this match in our showcase.
We are making... Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Tamina, Carmella, Natalya, all with the... chance to make history. All with the opportunity to be called the first ever Miss Money in the Bank.
The revolution that became an evolution only continues in the women's division. One of these women will climb the ladder and earn the opportunity of a lifetime.
Looks like she's opting to go with the old classic, a steel chair.
And looking at the playing field, the majority of these women love to utilize their submission offense to put opponents away.
Tapping someone out won't win this match, but these women should not shy away from using the biggest weapons in their arsenal.
We've heard Becky say she was going to rip arms off tonight. You can't exactly climb a ladder with no arms.
Remember, the first woman to climb the ladder and retrieve the briefcase will become the first ever Miss Money in the Bank. No countouts, no disqualifications in this match.
Everybody is coming in with a different strategy, but remaining close is the key. Luck is going to play a part, but you'll increase your odds if you stay close to a ladder and close to the briefcase.
And she had Natalya's number there.
big forearm.
A contract that can change lives hanging above the ring. Probably the most... profitable opportunity in our sport. 15 out of 17 superstars have successfully cashed in the Money in the Bank contract.
A surprise cash-in has only failed once, and the other failed cash-in was alerted to a week in advance. You are almost certain to become the next SmackDown Women's Champion if you grab the contract tonight.
The chops could be considered an unexpectedly rookie mistake from the veteran Natalya.
She needs to protect herself so she can make it up the ladder later. Tamina not caring that Becky's a fan favorite. The crowd's adulation is meaningless. All that matters is the contract suspended above the ring.
Tamina's been showing so much dominance in this match.
And she's fine taking this to the outside. Is there anyone more intimidating in this group than Tamina?
I've said it before. Tamina. This is her time to live up to her family's legacy.
If Tamina wins the contract, it guarantees her first title opportunity in over 2 years.
More than an opportunity, it pretty much guarantees Tamina will become the next women's champion.
She's headed out of the ring. Countouts are not a factor for her.
Snapmare. Tamina left an opening. Lands face first. Hooked up. Fisherman suplex.
Carmella perhaps realizing there that she's not as untouchable as she claims.
Yeah, as Becky's trademark brashness continues to serve her well in this one.
3 second-generation superstars competing in this match. Carmella, Charlotte, and Tamina. And Natalya, of course, a third-generation superstar. Women bred for these kind of moments.
Any of these women will add a significant chapter to her legacy if she can become the first Miss Money in the Bank.
Carried in a jeopardizing position here. Oh, my goodness.
Ladders in position. Gonna make the climb.
She's going for it.
She certainly is. She can do it.
The whole match is literally in the palm of their hands.
Reaching for the prize.
It's gonna take some time, but you got to just keep going.
Up the ladder now. Let's see if this is right for the picking.
And after that shot to the knee, what could be next? She's stretching, but can she get a grip?
But it looks like that hook is causing a lot of problems up there.
Natalya trying to reach out for the contract.
With a history books and a hurt knee once more. Now
Becky's hope to reclaim her women's. Nice reversal by Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte driving Tamina, and both tumble to the floor.
Both women crashing down hard. The Queen, Charlotte Flair, the first to her feet, surveying the situation.
Oh, my, Tamina into the steps.
Well, you are seeing a heightened level of aggression, heightened level of intensity from all these competitors because of the stakes involved.
Guys, where's Charlotte going?
Flair looking to up the ante now from the top.
Oh, my goodness, taking out everybody.
The Queen rising to the occasion.
What you just saw is why we say Charlotte is genetically superior.
Yeah, undeniable athleticism from the Queen. Can it pave her way to the top of the ladder? Bringing the ladder into the fold. I have an idea how it's going to be used, and it will be anything but safe.
Look at this. She's going for her destiny, guys.
But she better hurry. She doesn't have much time.
Victory is within reach now.
Slow and steady won't win the race in this situation.
No safe haven in this match. These ladders can be your best friend or your worst enemy. There's no allies in this match. It's everyone for herself.
There is no room for friends when history is being made. Not when you can go down in the record books as the first Miss Money in the Bank.
Right hands will do it.
Shot block.
Brilliant. Right to the back of the knee.
From behind. Back suplex.
I don't know what they're looking for here.
Bringing a steel chair into play here.
Ladder set right in the middle of the ring. Starts to climb, but needs to move quickly.
Obviously, this is about... Oh, no!
No way. You gotta be kidding me. That was as insane as it gets.
Punishing power slam. She's being derailed here.
And all of this pain and discomfort will make ascending a ladder very challenging.
Fallaway slam into a kipper. Center of the ring, carefully setting up the ladder. And no two ways about it, that move was just dirty. The Mela counters. Oh, that's a drop kick.
Right on the money. Money in the Bank briefcase still hanging high. This is what it's all about. The opportunity of a lifetime.
What are you willing to do? How much can you sacrifice to be the first Miss Money in the Bank?
Wins it all. Good counter.
Punishing boot.
Headed up that ladder. Center of the ring. And now Carmella. Victory's literally within her reach here.
Might be a little overzealous going for it here.
Too late to stop now, though.
Tamina is so close to victory now.
Could this be her moment?
Great awareness to pull out the arm drag there.
Point of the elbow finds the mark. Look at this. This can't be good. I can't imagine the pain being felt right now.
Looks like the gas tank is running past E now.
She reverses and creates an opportunity. Big back body. What elevation. Now Natalya sent to the outside with authority.
History on the line. Guaranteed championship opportunity. Nothing but carnage happening in this one.
5 women fighting for their key to destiny.
Nasty chop delivered by Charlotte, followed by natural selection.
And that is going to put Tamina out of the equation for a long time.
Leaning the ladder against the turnbuckle here.
This can't be good.
A deafening cheer from the WWE Universe is reverberating around us.
Absolutely unreal.
Taking this fight back into the ring. And that was a successful bit of...
Queen of Hearts looking to finish things off.
He's about to do so, Corey. If she can step through, the sharpshooter's applied.
Submission locked in, but remember, the tap out.
Let's go. She just released the hold.
Maybe she has something better in mind.
Timely reversal on Lynch. Meanwhile, we see Charlotte.
Flair moved at the right time. All the way to the floor.
She set the ladder up dead center.
Well, her eyes are on the prize now.
Coming back to her torso area. This could become a strategy.
Oh, my God.
Her focus on obtaining the prize.
And the opening could be the opening. You just have to go for it. This could be it.
Looking to unhook it here. Up there in this moment, this ladder match. That's it. Tamina has the briefcase. Tamina is Miss Money in the Bank.
The winner of the Money in the Bank contract and the first ever Miss Money in the Bank, Tamina!
Any member of this family that enters the professional wrestling business knows about the expectations that are going to be on their back. They know about the prestige that their very name carries. They know that those who came before them have accomplished so much. Bearing the weight of those legacies can prove to be way too much for almost anyone. But that was never the case for Jimmy and Jey Uso. Jimmy and Jey Uso looked to be stars from the very start, constantly evolving their look, style, and offense as they progressed in their careers. Face paint and war dances would fade away, and the two would embrace the day one-ish mentality, looking to punish opponents and send them to the Uso penitentiary. The Usos are 8-time WWE Tag Team Champions. The Usos have main evented WrestleMania after initially fighting for a mere spot on the card. The Usos were the premier team of the 2010s. The Usos are the greatest team of all time. Jimmy and Jey are poetry in motion, each knowing what the other is looking to do next, each using every bit of savvy they gained growing up in professional wrestling to keep their edge. And sure, in recent years, it's been difficult between the two. Jimmy did cost Jey his match at SummerSlam against your tribal chief, Roman Reigns. After months of the anger building between the two, Jimmy and Jey ended up as the first two entrants in the 2024 Royal Rumble match, bringing things to a head. But even that moment wasn't enough to settle the issue, and so they would fight again at WrestleMania 40. Jey Uso truly became main event and found his inner yeet, even adding another tag team championship with Cody Rhodes as his partner. As your wise man eventually would suffer as well, Jimmy found himself betrayed by Solo Sikoa and unceremoniously dumped out of Solo's version of the Bloodline. When Jimmy and Jey are a tag team, they are pure art. They are the reason for the resurgence of tag team wrestling's popularity over the last 15 years. And perhaps, oh, perhaps, their grandest moment came during the 2017 Hell in a Cell, when they would lock horns with perhaps their greatest opposition ever, The New Day. From July to October of that year, the SmackDown Tag Team titles would change hands 4 times between the two teams, both looking for ultimate bragging rights. The Usos' connection as twins always gave them an upper hand with most teams. But the New Day had their own trick, utilizing the Freebird rule to allow any two of the 3 members to compete in any match. Jimmy and Jey could never know for sure who the opponents would be, with a different game plan needed for each iteration. With nothing clearly settled after 4 months, the New Day would offer to defend inside Hell in a Cell, and the Usos gladly accepted. We've seen the Usos showcase tag team wrestling at its most beautiful. Now we want you to showcase the brutality that exists within Hell in a Cell. Big E and Xavier Woods are going to use everything at their disposal to take you down. But you've been down since day one. Now it's time to force the New Day to realize there's nothing wrong with them being in second place, and there's nothing that's stopping you inside Hell in a Cell.
on the line of the Tag Team Championships. Remember, this match is under tornado tag team rules. A 2-on-2 match with the pinfall submission has to happen inside the ring. In the Hell in a Cell. No tags, no countouts, no disqualification.
The Usos and the New Day came into this match expecting and prepared to raise the bar, raise the level of competition, and make history. This is going to be unforgettable.
Sent flying out of the ring here. And that was an effective attack, guys. All the talking we've heard leading into this match, we've heard the Usos call the New Day, quote, 3 clowns on a tricycle.
Look, the Usos love to trash talk, but they deliver. And don't act like the New Day don't throw verbal jabs either. We had Big E earlier saying how he's going to drop some gloom, doom.
Remember, this match is under Tornado Tag Team rules. A 2-on-2 match with the pinfall and submission has to happen inside the ring. In the Hell in a Cell. No tags, no countouts, no disqualification.
The Usos and the New Day came into this match expecting and prepared to raise the bar, raise the level of competition, and make history. This is going to be unforgettable.
We got it covered, guys, for the champ.
Remember, this match is under Tornado Tag Team rules. A 2-on-2 match with the pinfall and submission has to happen inside the ring. In the Hell in a Cell. No tags, no countouts, no disqualification.
The Usos and the New Day came into this match expecting and prepared to raise the bar, raise the level of competition, and make history. This is going to be unforgettable.
The Usos following the footsteps.
We're going to shut this down.
And a good strong kick out there.
Too soon for a cover.
Tossing them aside. That is the champion demanding respect, saying I can control. Shoulders down. Championship at stake. The challenger kicks out after 1.
He's really trying to rush this match.
Launched into a springboard frog splash. Supernatural power. Getting laid out has to have the challenger rethinking their strategy. Something has to change here.
Turns it around. A quick reversal by Jay.
This cell is meant to contain all these superstars, but that's not to say this cell can't inflict unimaginable damage on those who step inside. We're going to see these teams tap into their barbaric nature.
20 years of Hell in a Cell, and this structure still surprises me with the ways it can torture every part of your anatomy.
All the talking we've heard leading into this match, we've heard the Usos call the New Day, quote, 3 clowns on a tricycle.
Look, the Usos love the trash talk, but they deliver. And don't act like the New Day don't throw verbal jabs either. We had Big E earlier saying how he's going to drop some gloom and doom. Biblical proportions. A prophecy Big E is fully capable of backing, too.
Being carried around, and that was a stiff chain of strikes there. The challenger unable to stay out of harm's way.
I think Woods may have cracked a smile when he connected with that attack.
DDT!
Able to slip away.
Jumping knee strike.
Lights out.
He quickly slides into the ring. Oh, that got turned around on Woods. New Day refer to this as their power lineup when having Big E involved in there with Xavier Woods.
Big E, the obvious powerhouse of the group. Woods has that blend of speed and power, making him the most well-rounded superstar for New Day.
What's interesting, though, is this is the lineup that lost to the Usos at SummerSlam. The New Day not choosing Big E.
The champ is going for the cover.
Pushes through after 2.
You have to think this match is starting to take its toll. Look at this, Northern Lights suplex.
He calls off the pin attempt, maybe wanting to try something else. Taking over with the Northern Lights. He made the save just in time.
He's blocked with a suplex.
Corey, a few weeks ago, we saw the New Day walk out of SmackDown as champs in a street fight. A match the Usos into the pin. Title on the line.
Oh!
Northern Lights perfectly is a good idea. This is going to take more strength than he has left. A lift up. Wow! Picture perfect example for when you just want to put someone down with authority. And again.
The Usos and the New Day have had such a back-and-forth competition within the tag team division. You can just look at these teams' title reigns, their dominance.
It tells you these are the two best teams that WWE has had in a long time. And while I do believe there's an underlying mutual respect, we won't be seeing it tonight because these are two very proud teams who feel incomplete without the championships around their waist.
Jay out of there in a hurry.
Moving out from the ring closer to those towering walls of the cell.
I have a feeling the Usos' objective is to send the New Day to the hospital.
Well, two teams so familiar with each other. Some innovation with weapons has almost become... necessity.
So many amazing Usos and New Day going at it inside Hell in a Cell, and Jey Uso set outside the ring, and now the New Day on the attack. Big E, as aggressive as I've ever seen him here tonight. And Xavier Woods now with toys, kendo sticks in hand.
And it's about to get more aggressive, more vicious, more barbaric. I've never seen this vicious of a side from the New Day.
It's what Hell in a Cell does to you.
Oh, now with the kendo sticks, Xavier Woods unloading. Well, you're saying it, Byron. Hell in a Cell makes you do some awful things. Just attempting to survive, attempting to win.
Do whatever you want, punish however you want. Right now, that seems to be the mission statement of the New Day in order to retain the SmackDown Tag Team titles.
And that's what it's about, proving you're the best in one of the most insane environments in WWE today. The New Day have just changed. The whole complexion of this match. I don't know if I've seen New Day go to these lengths before.
Xavier Woods walking the top rope.
Clearly hoping something nefarious is for the title and the glory. That was close.
The champion's shock is palpable. The champ will have to dig deeper now.
And Woods has tried everything to get the fall, but his opponent is not going down quietly. The Usos and the New Day have been trading title reigns for the majority of the year now. This is the contractual rematch for the Usos. If they lose, the Usos won't get another opportunity for the titles as long as the New Day are champs.
And just being around the Usos, it's not only about winning the tag team titles, it's about stripping the New Day of everything that made them popular with the WWE Universe. It's about making sure the New Day never competes again.
It's never been just about the title, Saxton. It's about these two teams wanting to claim supremacy. The tequila sunrise.
Oh, he had it locked in. I didn't expect him to just let go.
I don't know what he's thinking, but he needs to focus on the task at hand.
The champ's slowing down some now.
The way the cell tests your endurance, your resiliency is no joke. Swing on sight and don't stop swinging till it's over. The Usos being relentless in their punishment.
Oh, nice. And now going for the victory.
Is this it?
Oh, what a response.
Back into the ring now. DDT!
Cover. We could have a new champ here. He breaks the ref's count after one.
Giving a massive effort to overcome the pin attempt.
Oh, flapjack. Gosh, landing face first. The champ holding. On by a thread.
I'm positive this wasn't in his game plan, but if he wants to survive this match, he needs to come up with a new plan ASAP.
Looking to explore every inch of hell here now.
Boom!
Ooh! And Jimmy and Big E slugging it out middle of the ring. This has been a vicious, brutal match between two of the great tag teams today.
Here comes Jey Uso into the fray alongside of his brother.
Bang! Double super kick.
And the Usos now looking for that patented Uso splash from the top rope.
Uso splash! The cover to win the tag team titles, and Woods handcuffs it all, breaks it up.
At the last possible second, Xavier Woods saving this match for his team.
Credit to Woods for his never say die attitude, but Xavier Woods is outgunned right now.
And look at Woods still fighting back.
Yeah, with the handcuffs. Using the handcuffs as a weapon.
That's smart.
And Woods now down. And trying to still fight back. What heart from Xavier Woods.
That Hart may not have much more fight left. Jimmy and Jey back up to the top one more time.
Uso splash in stereo. The cover. The Usos win the tag team titles.
Here are your winners and the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos.
Next on our showcase is someone who wasn't born into this family, but has put in the time and more than earned her spot. She's always happy to leave haters in the rear view, and when she enters the room, you will undoubtedly feel the glow. Of course, I'm talking about Naomi, who many of you may know has reigned as Jimmy Uso's wife and queen for over 10 years. There's the old saying that behind every good man is an even better woman, and this could not ring more true than Naomi, who I will say is an absolute treasure. Jimmy will frequently speak during old bloodline planning sessions about how much her support and love drove him to improve as a superstar, always stressing her importance not only to the WWE Women's Division, but to his career and his life as well. In the ring, there is no denying Naomi's skills. The former women's tag team and two-time SmackDown women's champion has the mental tenacity to push through the toughest part of any match and possesses breathtaking physical skills. Naomi uses her dancing background to constantly innovate with her offense, resulting in some of the most beautiful moves you will ever see, unless you're on the receiving end of them. Naomi is an inspiration to so many of our younger members of the WWE Universe, showing a new generation that anything is possible if you just put in the work and never stop believing in yourself. Naomi has battled against the very best in the women's division, taking on foes like Charlotte Flair, Bayley, Shayna Baszler, and Io Sky.
My favorite moment of Naomi was when she won the title in her hometown, Orlando, at WrestleMania.
To compete against that caliber and maintain the level of success that Naomi has for her entire WWE career is something worth, shall I dare say, acknowledging. Naomi has even teamed with fellow family member Tamina through the years, proving the family you choose can often be the most important. And in true Uso fashion, Naomi shows an unrelenting desire to win, to achieve greatness, and to dominate her opposition. Many mistake her smile as a sign of kindness, but they quickly realize their mistake as Naomi unleashes a flurry of kicks, flies at them with moonsaults from all angles, and then ties them up in knots. Naomi is having fun, but Naomi is never playing. And now, we take you back to the 2020 edition of Super Showdown, which saw Naomi challenge Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Unfortunately, a ridiculously lax referee decided it was just fine for Bayley to basically do whatever the hell she wanted.
Bayley's, oh my gosh, she's trapping Naomi's legs in her shirt.
And Naomi wound up suffering an embarrassing loss after Bayley used wardrobe to her advantage. Well, Bayley, we can pretty much guarantee that trick won't work again. This is your chance to help guide Naomi to a third SmackDown Women's Championship, and to do it by defeating one of the greatest competitors WWE has ever seen. Your wise man has nothing but respect and admiration for Bayley's abilities, but those abilities are eclipsed by Naomi's extraordinary trinity: smarts, strength, and aerial attacks that should give all of you everything you need to get the win and the title.
For the first time ever, we have a women's champion. Bayley versus Naomi. SmackDown Women. Championship on the line.
So much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history. And tonight, she has the opportunity to make even more history.
And Naomi's got plenty of momentum coming into this match and is feeling mighty confident herself.
Naomi has tested her mettle in recent weeks, as the road to this championship opportunity was a difficult one. Needed to defeat former SmackDown Women's Champion Carmella. We know Naomi has a heavy desire to become a 3-time Women's Champion.
Other superstars say they want the title. Naomi has said she... needs her title back.
Reigns down an elbow retaliation.
Clothesline.
Ooh. Oh, man. What a nasty STO.
Oh, man. Inverted backbreaker. Ow. Turns that away.
We've said it time and time again. Naomi may be the most athletic woman we've ever seen compete here in WWE.
Yeah, Naomi wants to depend on athletic maneuvers, while Bayley wants to be more methodical and fight a more classic wrestling style.
STO! And Bayley connected nicely there.
I think she's looking to end things here.
Quick thinking from Naomi. Boom!
A factor to consider in this match is that Naomi took some time off to rejuvenate herself, to get her mind right. On the apron.
And Naomi has been quick. To take to social media lately, reminding everybody that Bayley has never beat from the top rope.
Whoa, look out. That was just incredible hang time.
Was willing to take the high risk to the outside, and it paid off big time.
Sky high.
And this one could be moving to ringside. Taking things to the outside, but got to make sure to heed the official's count. Throws her back in from ringside.
Naomi firing up the crowd here.
She's headed outside now.
I wonder what her game plan is.
Bayley having
taken flight.
You gotta be kidding me. The 1-2 punch of high risk, high reward.
And Bayley is really being knocked around here.
Naomi picking up the pace against Bayley and keeping her all out of sorts.
Oh, kick right in the gut. Bayley's being caught off guard by Naomi. The champ wasn't expecting... such a flurry of offense from the challenger. Snap married over. Ooh.
And Bayley gets cut right off. On a flying forearm smash.
Naomi isn't feeling intimidated by the moment.
Momentum is really on Naomi's side.
And Naomi continues to somehow have Bayley's number here.
Yeah.
And Naomi... keeping Bayley on her toes, pushing the pace on the champion.
Naomi moving fast, showing that superior athleticism. Bayley might not be able to keep up here. She used to evade that.
Shoulders are down.
Is this enough to retain?
Gets the shoulder up after one there.
She likely knew that wasn't enough. She's just keeping the pressure on.
Kick down low into code red. Crashing down like that, having the wind knocked out of you, never a good time for that to happen.
Bayley struggling to defend herself.
Bayley looks to be well measured right now.
Clubbing blow to the back.
Ooh, what a forearm club. Naomi showing her instinct.
Thunderous club comes down. Very effective.
Wards that off. What a response.
And that horrific force might have taken the champion out. Scissors monkey flipped. Naomi feeding off the WWE Universe, inching closer to recapturing the championship.
Able to slip out of that one.
Ooh, she puts the brakes on that. Being placed in the corner here. Naomi put a stop to that. Oh, she had Naomi's number. Man, what timing on that counter. That can make an opening for her.
Series of counters here. Who will finally capitalize?
Ooh, point of the elbow counters that.
Boom, what a kick.
And she just avoided some serious damage.
In the corner now. She doesn't want to stay there.
Sending her up on the top rope. And here we go. Championship's on the line. Naomi's got Bayley in trouble up on the top rope. This could be Naomi's moment.
Smart move by Bayley, protecting her title and going to the eyes.
Oh, what a kick. Bayley is down and in trouble.
Quick thinking by Naomi, looking to close this one out.
Nobody home. Bayley wisely moves out of harm's way. What's Bayley trying to do here?
What the?
I think Bayley's trying to trap Naomi's legs in Naomi's own shirt.
A great counter by Naomi. Naomi ducks underneath, and we got a standoff. Great match so far.
Well, Bayley thought she had Naomi, but the challenger was ready.
Well, the champion has to find a new strategy in a hurry. Bayley caught Naomi right where she wanted her, and now she's got to capitalize. Can you still feel the glow when the lights are out?
Oh, look at head scissors. Boom! Head scissors, DDT. Pin, title on the line.
Champ's in trouble.
Oh, the champ narrowly kicks out.
Getting that shoulder up now is huge.
Bayley looking to end this. This might do it. Hooked up. Rolls lands.
Perfect execution from the champ.
2 count. Bayley retains.
Fuck, bro.
Yeah,
That shit's crazy, bro. Yeah, all that just to fucking lose, yeah.
Next on our showcase is someone who...
For the first time ever, we have a women's champion. Bayley versus Naomi, SmackDown Women's Championship on the line.
So much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history. And tonight, she has the opportunity to make even more history.
Naomi's got plenty of momentum coming into this match and is feeling mighty confident herself. Right to the knee.
We've said it time and time again. Naomi may be the most athletic woman we've ever seen compete here in WWE.
Oh my gosh, bro.
The early quick cover, title on the line.
Throws up the shoulder.
Seems a little too early.
Guys, a very important component of this match. Bayley has won every title available in WWE. Guys, a very important component of this match. Bayley has won every title available in WWE. Guys, a very important component of this match. Bayley has won every title available in WWE. Bayley is a composite all. But the one thing Bayley has never done in her career, she's never beaten Naomi.
And believe me, that is a huge point of confidence for Naomi. And a huge pressure on Bayley.
Yeah, but Bayley thrives under pressure. Her resume speaks for itself.
Naomi has tested her mettle in recent weeks, as the road to this championship opportunity was a difficult one. Needed to defeat former SmackDown Women's Champion Carmella. We know... Naomi has a heavy desire to become a three-time Women's Champion.
Other superstars say they want the title. Naomi has said she needs her title back.
Heading out, but needs to be aware of the referee's count.
Whoa, what a Hurricane Rana!
Quick reflex is so important in a match like this.
Oof, retaliated with a knee to the face.
Oh, man.
She's looking to go top rope here.
From the top, all the way to the outside.
The airtime, the fearlessness. What a ridiculous maneuver to the outside.
Naomi going for broke. And this high-risk offense from the challenger might be catching the champion by surprise.
The challenger being the aggressor here, but remember, the title can only be won by pinfall or submission inside the ring.
We know that Naomi's going to want to pick up the pace in this match, but Bayley's going to look to wear Naomi down.
Yeah, Bayley's going to want to slow down the pace and let the adrenaline wear off for Naomi. Bayley can also turn up the aggression here in a way I'm not quite sure Naomi can match.
Bayley having every reason to be confident heading into this matchup. But 279 days as champion, Corey, can take a toll on you. Bayley has been carrying an exhausting weight on her shoulder for a long time.
I don't think it's anything Bayley can't handle, Cole. Once you reach the mountaintop, you plant your feet and you hold your ground, no matter how heavy the burden may get.
Forearm smash! And Naomi has taken the upper hand.
Naomi picking up the pace against Bayley and keeping her all out of sorts. She dodges out of the way. Ooh. Naomi out of harm's way. Ooh.
Disrespecting their fallen opponent.
And Naomi keeping Bayley on her toes, pushing the pace on the champion.
Naomi moving fast, showing that superior athleticism. Bayley might not be able to keep up here. Bayley in total control.
Byron, you've talked a lot about this change in Bayley and how people can't believe that this is the type of person she's turned into.
Well, it comes down to career frustration. Bayley is frustrated with her career progression, the way things were when she was hugging and smiling.
It's not about frustration, Saxton. It's about realization. Bayley realized she never got the respect that she deserves from the WWE Universe.
Stunner! Stunner! Naomi isn't feeling intimidated by the moment.
Comes crashing down.
Oh! Oh, just throwing there. Body. Getting her set up for something in the corner.
And an answer from her.
High-level ability being shown with each of these counters.
Bam! Planning something big here.
Taking flight. Whoa, what a landing.
Trying to do as much damage as humanly possible.
But at what cost?
Whip back into the ring. Ooh, one step ahead there. Oh, look ahead, scissors. DDT! Incredible. And Bayley's having trouble managing his onslaught.
And Naomi continues to somehow have Bayley's number here.
She's vulnerable up on the top turnbuckle. And here we go. Championships.
Well, Bayley thought she had Naomi, but the challenger was ready.
Well, the champion has to find a new strategy in a hurry.
Nice hip toss. Naomi feeding off the double.
The neck just being wrenched away at. Believe this hold feels even worse than it looks.
Gotta find a way out of the guillotine. We're not gonna last long while we're bridging out.
Incredible.
Kick to the midsection, sunset flip.
Oh man, this might be it.
Two. She gets the shoulder up.
She just dug down deep there, but I don't know. There it is, just getting their opponent all tied up here for the neck crank.
Submission locked in. She's holding on with everything she's got, but can her body hold on?
No, we did it. We have a new champion.
Here is your winner, and the new SmackDown Women's Champion, Naomi.
Ladies and gentlemen, if it weren't for the next two superstars in our showcase, none of this would be possible. Because without Atha and Sika, without the Wild Samoans, there truly is no dynasty. While it was their father who made the blood oath with High Chief Peter Maivia, it was Atha and Sika who built the family up, training generations of relatives, all with the single goal of becoming the best professional wrestler on the face of the planet. And while the two would together be WWE Hall of Famers, based solely on their work as trainers and cultivators of the next generation, their in-ring successes only add to their immortality. Atha and Sika formed WWE's most dominant tag team of the early 1980s, fighting their way to the WWE Tag Team Championship on 3 separate occasions. Opponents were often defeated before the bell even rang to start the match, falling victim to the aura and the intimidation factor of having to step into the ring with the Wild Samoans. Accompanied by Captain Lou Albano, the trio formed a masterful group that was able to take all opponents off their game, be it through Albano's devious schemes or the overpowering nature of the Wild Samoans. WWE had never dealt with a team so primal, turning each match into a battle of survival. Most feared, the deadly Samoan drop, a move that has been imitated by many, but duplicated only by a chosen few.
There they are, the Wild Samoans.
These are immigrants coming from the island, trying to figure it out, trying to find a way. I couldn't imagine being these men. I couldn't imagine taking on these responsibilities of setting the tone in a whole new country, and then trying to break into entertainment on top of that. But they made it work. And that's what we are. We're workers. We make it work.
These tribal elders set the standard for all of their descendants to not only follow, but they also taught their descendants how to surpass it. So beloved were the two that perhaps no moment holds more significance to your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, than when he was presented the Ula Fala by his father Sika and Uncle Afa after the 2020 Hell in a Cell event. You see, it was their acknowledgement that gave Roman Reigns the unshakable confidence to continue his journey to becoming the greatest of all time.
The utmost respect, love, and gratitude for those men. Because if my father and uncle don't do what they do, we're not here.
We now humbly present to you the honor of walking in the famed footsteps of the Wild Samoans, finding a tag team in WWE's long and storied history that we felt would test the Wild Samoans was not an easy task. But then, a thought came to your wise man. Why not give the audience exactly what they want? Why not put the Wild Samoans against one of the greatest tag teams of all time? Why not present Afa, Sika, the Wild Samoans versus Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys? And if we're going to go that far, let's do it in a tables match. Showcase that savage brutality that made both teams the eternal legends we know them to be. No pinfalls, no submissions, no rules. Just be the team that avoids being put through the table, and you will emerge victorious. And with these four men, you better believe that things are going to get extreme.
And here they come. Bubba Ray and Devon.
I was gonna ask, you guys have a cup I can use, like just a small cup?
Guys, this is going to be a great one. You can feel the electricity already.
I feel the excitement and some fear, too.
Accompanied by Captain Lou Albano and a combined weight of 645 pounds. Afa and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
This
This tables match might be a dream match for many, but for both the Wild Samoans and the Dudley Boys, this is about to be one team's greatest nightmare.
Wwe2k clearly not looking to back down here.
We can't have this door blocked just in case of an emergency. So we can get these moved out the way. But not right now, not right now. Just letting you guys know we can't have this blocked. And where's you guys' Spriter at?
The Dudleys can certainly handle their own, but they've never faced anyone or anything like the Wild Samoans.
Those mean looks on both Alpha and Sika's faces. I'll tell you, they're out for blood. And the Dudleys are about to walk right into the Lion's Den.
Here's the bell, and it's... Wild Samoans, Alpha and Sika, taking on Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley, the Dudley Boys.
Two sets of brothers, two sets of absolute madmen, ready to get the tables and get downright savage.
Bringing a new definition to the term sibling rivalry. This one will get extremely physical. A very ferocious demeanor emanates from the Wild Samoans, like they're part of a pack of untamed beasts. I really wonder what it would take for the Dudley Boys to have control of them.
Maybe they'll take a sledgehammer? A truck? They're not human, Byron. You can knock them down, but they'll keep coming back. Oh, oof.
Strong right forearm.
And stays one step ahead. Oh, gets put into the barricade.
Oh, he slammed his face right into the barricade.
And he now slides back into the ring.
Oh, takes a big clean hit from the table. Corey, I've got to know, what can the Wild Samoans do to get the advantage in this tables match? After all, this is the Dudley Boys match, the match they put on the map, the match they're synonymous with.
Maybe the Wild Samoans have to be a little less wild. They still need to brutalize their opponents because that's what they do best. But the last thing Alpha and Sika want to do is rush head first into a table. After all, that's exactly how you lose.
Sika, both individuals that compete barefooted. Not something common of most wrestlers, Corey, but it is actually very customary in the Samoan wrestling heritage.
It's how they train. It's how they live in the Isle of Samoa. And no one delays a fight just to put some boots on. Samoans are ready for battle at the drop of a hat.
Does the official not see him removing the turnbuckle pad?
Keep your voice down.
Uh-oh. Off that offense from Bubba.
Whoa, using their body as an absolute weapon.
Into the table. Oh, God.
And this is really getting out of hand here. Someone needs to step in. Mercilessly attacking over and over with no remorse. This kind of brutality is sickening.
And we can harp on how this match was something almost tailor-built by the Dudley Boys. With a famous series of TLC matches they've had, the Dudleys have become synonymous with the key.
TLC. And that didn't stand for tender, Cole. It means tables, and it means lots of them.
Yeah, and if Bubba Ray Devon can get the Wild Samoans to a table tonight, it will really add to the Dudley Boys' legacy even further.
No doubt about it. This is just adding extreme insult to injury. I can't begin to imagine what he's got planned here, guys.
Maybe it's a yard sale.
He gets back into the ring.
He's doing some dangerous redecorating.
I think the table really ties it all together.
And the Wild Samoans always have that gaze in their eyes, that look that makes you question their understanding of their surroundings.
Yeah, and I have to wonder if Alpha and Sika are even aware of what the tables are for. I'm afraid they'll just keep on dishing out punishment, expecting a bell to eventually ring.
Crank in the head. Dropped him with a big shoulder tackle.
Some nasty offense imposed on Sika.
This one's heading to the outside.
Returning back to the ring. Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come. A very physical dude.
Devon Dudley looking to take this one biblical. Saving grace.
That was the Dudley Boys showing the Wild Samoans what tag team wrestling is all about.
Look out!
Look out below! They got all of that. Just taking flight and soaring through the sky.
Here we go. Oh, God. Terrible landing on the outside.
Completely throwing self-preservation out the window.
I don't know how your mind would even think about doing that. Good. Hopped up into the Samoan drop. Incredible.
Off it. And here we go. The Boston Crab.
Look at the back position.
Clearly not trying to win this one right now.
Oh, this is just terrible to watch. He's in so much pain. And can't do anything.
I still can't get over the look I always see on the Wild Samoans. It's like they have a one-track mind towards savage brutality.
They for sure answer yes to every question that makes up a scary tag team. Yes, they're rough. Yes, they're tough. Yes, they will maim. Yes, they will hurt. And yes, they will not stop.
Sliding back in under the ropes here.
Boom! What a headbutt!
He gets out of the way.
What a boot.
He's got a plan for that table, and it does not involve a dinner party.
Oh, my goodness. And Wwe2k just beat the Dudley Boys at their own game.
Here are your winners, Wwe2k, the Wild Samoans.
And it's the Wild Samoans standing tall, having beat the Dudley Boys at their own game.
Devon and Bubba pushed Wwe2k to their limits, but in the end, there was only one way this match could end.
I got a question here. Hard luck situation. It might take a minute, as always, with Panini, but you'll probably get it.
From the very moment he arrived as the enforcer of the bloodline, Wwe2k has taken every brutal, savage element of his predecessors and refined them into a near-perfect smashing machine. Even in the year before his arrival, Solo raised eyebrows and garnered buzz while competing in NXT. But nobody could have predicted just how smoothly his transition to the main roster would go. And before I go on any further, let me make one thing perfectly clear. I'm only saying what I'm saying about Wwe2k because I am a wise man. I'm a professional. And because I'm being handsomely compensated for my stellar work as your host of the WWE 2K25 showcase. I haven't forgotten what Wwe2k and his rogue bloodline did to me. But I also know better than to let personal feelings hinder your professional endeavors. So with that being said, since his arrival at Clash at the Castle in 2022, Wwe2k has consistently been involved in WWE's biggest moments and biggest matches. He's been victorious in War Games. He's repeatedly enforced the Bloodline's will to maintain Roman Reigns' status as undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion.
I brought Solo in as an insurance policy. Solo was here to protect me. Solo was here to maintain the promised land. He's violent. He's strong, he's fast, he's all those things. And he betrayed me. Any man who would betray me must be a very dangerous man.
Solo defeated John Cena. Solo elected to betray your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, in an attempt to bestow upon himself the title of tribal chief. When I refused to acknowledge Solo as my tribal chief, you are not my tribal. He, Tamatonga, Tongaloa, and Jacob Fatu put me through a table in Madison Square Garden. And that led to opportunities to compete for the undisputed WWE Heavyweight Championship. It's led to more visibility with Solo's Rogue Bloodline ruling over SmackDown. Every choice Solo made only furthered his standing in WWE. He has the bloodlust of the wild Samoans, the brutality of his cousin Yokozuna, and the single-minded focus of Roman Reigns, all rolled into one. There is no question. The future is his for the taking, and that he will be champion many times over, and that he may set records of his own before it's all said and done. Few men have so quickly served notice to all of WWE in the manner that Solo Sikoa has done. Whether you want to acknowledge him or not is irrelevant. One way or another, Solo Sikoa forces you to do just that, or you will suffer severe consequences. One by one, each and every single superstar on the WWE roster is going to find that out. Solo will make sure of it. I, of course, will simply await any and every opportunity for your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, to teach Solo some manners. Until that happens, we are taking you back to the one-year anniversary special for NXT 2.0, which saw then North American champion Carmelo Hayes, and indeed, he is him, issue an open challenge. Unfortunately for the future superstar, it was to be answered by Solo Sikoa, and things went as well for Hayes as you can probably guess. Showcase the unrelenting fury that has made Solo Sikoa nearly unstoppable and defeat Carmelo Hayes to earn Solo his first championship victory. It won't be easy against Carmelo, especially when he has Trick Williams watching his back. And if you make one mistake against the champ, he'll take his shot and most likely hit nothing but net.
Now this is a surprise. Carmelo Hayes seemingly had no challenger for his North American title, but Solo Sikoa just showed up here and said, I got next.
Thank goodness, Melo had an opponent chosen by the NXT Universe as they voted for Wes Lee. But Melo and Trick brutally attacked Lee backstage. Now we're being spared a Melo-bration and getting a real match.
And I would have never expected Sikoa to show up. He just joined the Bloodline on SmackDown, and now he's in the main event of NXT. Can the Bloodline get even more gold?
Now,
Now, this is a surprise. Carmelo Hayes seemingly had no challenger for his North American title, but Solo Sikoa just showed up here and said, I got next.
Thank goodness. Melo had an opponent chosen by the NXT Universe as they voted for Wes Lee. But Melo and Trick brutally attacked Lee backstage. Now we're being spared a Melo-bration and getting a real match.
And I would have never expected Sikoa to show up. He just joined the Bloodline on SmackDown, and now he's in the main event of NXT. Can the Bloodline get even more gold tonight?
Oh, the dreaded claw to the shoulder.
Man.
You got to imagine that Roman Reigns, the Usos, even Paul Heyman are watching this match closely right now.
Oh, absolutely, Cole. We're talking about the man who has held the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship for 744 days. And the Undisputed Tag Team Champions, the Usos, who have held those titles for 422 days.
Record-breaking reigns in both singles and tag team competition. If Solo captures the North American title tonight, who knows how long he'll keep it for.
Lifted and completely helpless here.
A sit-up powerbomb.
The champ probably hoping that emphatic attacks like that will keep them in control here. Did you see Melo's reaction when Sikoa's music hit? Hayes looked like he saw a ghost.
Solo's been saying he got next for the North American Championship, but that was a long time ago. Melo thought Sikoa was in his rearview mirror.
These two men took part in a triple threat for the North American title back.
And Solo out of... allowing the presence of Trick Williams to distract him whatsoever.
Solo has the mindset to destroy anyone in the way of him in the NXT North American Championship.
Textbook takedown there. Fast thinking saved him there.
Using his legs to create some space.
Trick Williams cheering on Carmelo Hayes. You cannot deny the impact Trick has had since he joined his childhood friend's side.
Yeah, that decision to...
looking to end this thing.
Can they step...
through, yes. Boston Crab cinched in.
Carmelo Hayes is in trouble. He's trying somehow to hang on, but he may have to tap out.
What the? Sikoa is the new champion.
Here